Hello.
Hello, everybody. We are live from the apocalypse. Welcome to our Monster of the Week game. This is not Monster of the Week. This is Monster Hearts.
Close.
It is
Choices.
early. It is early in the morning. I'm wearing regrettable eyeliner, and we are here for drama. Okay.
You are a sick son of
We are
That's
currently
not
raising money for Extra Life, which means that we are have a couple of donation options, donation incentives available. You can use our various commands in the chat. I'm going to make Will Malkus tell us about those because he's the one who sets them up. Here at Live from the Apocalypse, we're always raising funds for various charitable organizations, aid organizations, and so on and so forth. Normally, we are fundraising for the International Rescue Committee, which is a very excellent organization. But right now, this weekend, for a special event, we are doing Extra Life, which raises money for children's hospitals in the Miracle Network. This game, Monsterhearts, is going to be a lot of fun. We will be running until around 1 o'clock, and then we will be pivoting over to one of our other magnificent games. We are doing this in partnership with the Lobstar Cult, which is a group of friends who are more or less affiliated with Live from the Apocalypse. Did I miss anything, Will Malkus, fellow admin?
No, not really. That should be everything. Exclamation point donate will pull up the link to donate. If you want to know what the incentives are, the bot should be posting them periodically throughout the game. However, you can also hit exclamation point incentives in chat and it will give you your options. You can make all kinds of things happen during this game.
Yes,
Both
excellent.
kind to us and unkind to us.
Yes. So just for a quick thing, for those who are not looking at the chat, a donation of $1 will get you a thank you call out and cause me to refresh my terrible blue lipstick. $5 will give the players advantage, $10 will give the players disadvantage, and $15 will compel me to run this game in a silly voice for 60 seconds. I can do a lot of silly voices. With that out of the way, there are other...
I do want to just point out that this could very easily be a stream of just Della putting on lipstick if somebody is generous enough.
Yes, you could really ruin. Oh, you would like a sample of silly voice operations? Well, this is the first silly voice that I'm capable of doing, and it is the one that I will probably do first. I
That
can
voice
also
is silly
do
as fuck.
that voice is silly as fuck. So, if you would like to make Stitch from Lilo and Stitch run Monsterhearts, you can do that for $15.
I would especially like this during some of the sexual scenes.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Oh.
I was going for really dramatic, but we can go the opposite way too.
Those are the same things in Monsterhearts. Just hover over the donate button for when things get steamy and just go.
I'm ready. Here to completely ruin Malkus's childhood. So, with all of that out of the way, Monsterhearts is a game of teenage drama. Typically, this is a game that is set in high schools, but we are aging it up a little bit because we are all in our 30s, and acting as 18 to 22-year-olds is cringe enough without taking it down to questions about age of consent. We do not need that in our lives. Everyone here is above the age of 18 in both PCs and player characters and players. So this game is going to be set in a campground. We will sort of set up our scene, but right now let's go through our characters. Who would like to introduce your character and start talking about what strings you might have first? Or do we want to just let's go down and introduce our characters, starting with, let's go clockwise, starting with Robin.
Oh, this is exciting. I never get to go first.
Yeah.
So Robin Nicholas is a 19-year-old winter court fae who is pretending mostly to get a business degree. She tells people she's going to start a wedding business when she graduates, but really she's kind of just biding time here until she's permitted to go back across the veil on a more permanent basis. So she's chosen to kind of insinuate herself amongst the people who are her technical peers while she's hanging around. So she's a little bit of a cold-hearted bitch, which is weird when she tells people that she's like, yeah, and then I'm gonna run people's whole ass weddings.
Okay. So I'm going to real quick give you. So you will have one of the things you're all going to have is strings with Eden. Eden is the queen. She is a kind of a bitchy boss girl who sort of like owns the whole sorority. Your sorority, obviously, Mu Phi Alpha. The give me 1 second to bring up
A silly
her
voice
sheet.
for free?
Oh,
Not
all
60
that and
seconds.
more.
Just
All that
giving them
and more.
away.
Just giving them away. Just giving away the silly voices. So Eden is like very much a queen bee of the sorority. She's always throwing parties. So I think Robin and Eden probably have one of those kind of relationships where she's I would assume that you're very much frenemies with Eden. There's probably a lot of like, that is such a great idea. Do you know I had the greatest idea the other day? Where she's taking credit for your ideas, but also really trying to push her ideas onto you and then getting really mad when you steal her ideas. But you're totally like linked, like in terms of like wedding stuff.
Oh,
Or
if we were older, we would totally be those fucking little MLM huns.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
100%. 100%. You would like one of you would be doing Scentsy and the other one would be doing Lululemon, not Lululemon. What's the leggings one?
LuLaRoe.
LuLaRoe.
LuLaRoe. Absolutely.
That's our future.
That's your future. All right. Next up is who's that? Next is Charlie Owens.
Yes, so Charlie is a little bit different than some of the other characters we'll be meeting. Charlie is a part of a monster hunting family, and he is using the Mortal Playbook with that. He is on this trip with three of his brothers, and he isn't really big into the family business, but is kind of stuck in it since it's a whole compound that the family has.
Alrighty. You are the only one who Eden probably does not have a string on. But yet. All right. Next up is Andy Locke.
That's me. I'm playing Andy Locke. Andy Locke is a good church girl, very religious family, goes every Sunday. And they were pretty apprehensive, I think, about letting her go off to college, but you know, she maybe she can find a good husband here. That's the goal,
Going for that
obviously.
MRS degree.
Yeah, exactly. No, offending our widespread MRS holding audience at 9:55 in the morning. Anyway, so yeah, Andy is more of a follower than a leader for sure. And she has the benefit, I guess you could say, of carrying with her an angel of the Lord that is here to guide her on her righteous path and make sure that she doesn't stray too far away from it. And it is definitely a real angel, guys. It definitely is.
What playbook are you using?
That would be the Infernal.
Dope. All right. So I think you and Eden, because you are a follower, not a leader, Eden thinks you are just tops. You are probably the person that she confides in the most. Um, and but she will absolutely she's figured out your levers relatively early. What's your angel's name? Does it have a name?
That is a good
Or,
question.
or what do you call your friend? What do you call her?
That's a very good question. I'm open to suggestions. I hadn't really considered it. Um,
How familiar are you with that's the
I mean, pretty familiar. I think probably she would have given me, I think it's one of those things where it's like my name is not pronounceable by mortal tongues, but you can call me, and I think she would have given me the name Gabrielle.
Okay, Gabrielle.
Oh, the old incomprehensible name trick.
Yeah,
Old
exactly. Or
incomprehensible name.
Gabby, my brain friend Gabby.
Gift of Gabby.
I do think she probably does refer to it as Gabby, and like from time to time, and people probably just think that's like her friend back home or something. She's like, "Well, I was talking
Mhm.
to Gabby this morning."
Oh.
Okay. Okay. All right. Um. Okay. So next up is Grace Vesper. Sorry, I'm looking on my phone at the doodad.
Indeed, indeed.
Grace Vesper.
So Grace is would probably come off when you first meet her as a little standoffish and
Mhm.
keeps to herself a little bit, really doesn't share a lot. And
Mhm.
that would be because as she gets to know people more and opens up to them, it is revealed that she doesn't remember her childhood at all. But she's here on behalf of, she's getting a scholarship to college from the Golden Dawn Foundation, who are her sponsors while she's here at college.
I really thought you were going to say an MRS degree.
No. She does not seem to have any interest in finding a husband.
Yeah.
Okay. Very, very cool.
Oh, and I suppose I should mention that the skin that I am playing is called the Hollow.
All right.
This is going to be interesting.
We're a group.
We're a group.
You are a group. So for you, um, Eden doesn't know what to do with you. You're kind of all over. You're kind of like a mold that she can pour anything in. So you find yourself being moved by Eden like a chess piece, maybe a little bit more blatantly than the others. With everyone else, she seems to be, and you notice this. You seem to notice those uh her pulling these levers and pushing their buttons. But then for you, um she's just like, "Oh, Grace, you don't mind this, do you? Go do the thing."
No, that's normal, right? Like that's a normal thing to ask. Sounds fine to me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Last but certainly not least, Marissa Samuelson.
So I am a ghost. Fun fact.
Just putting it out there.
Putting it out there. I'm it's interesting because I was murdered and therefore have some unresolved business. It's pretty interesting fact that we thought it was going to be the cops, but then it ended up being some monster hunters. So I have some strong feelings and resentment and some trauma. I got to watch all of my friends die, and yeah, and then they all got over it without me as well. So that's fun.
It's just great.
Just great.
Monsters.
So there's some deeply rooted need for connection that I really desire and at the same time can't handle.
Yep. Yep.
Casual.
True life. No.
Right. Real life.
Real.
Oh,
All right. Now, this is not a later in the day game.
Later in the gay, though.
Later in the game.
Later in the gay.
Later in
the
the game.
gay dame. You know.
That's
There we go.
That's the game.
All right.
I think that's the game JD is running tomorrow afternoon.
Hey.
Incredible. Yes.
Put that on the list of things to eventually make into LFTA booty shorts.
Oh,
The growing collection.
Taking note. Taking
note. Taking note. All right. This game is about gay dames now.
We're pretty gay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
all of those movies where it's like a clique of girls, they're all
They're all kind of gay.
I
They're all kinda
mean-
gay. And let's be real. Mu Phi Alpha has plenty of sapphic romance going on behind the scenes or in front of the scenes. Let's be honest, Eden, not picky. All right, so moving on to the strings phase, we are now going to be establishing a couple of backstory connections. I kind of established a little bit of like where Eden is in all of your lives, other than you, of course, Charlie. Charlie, as the mortal, using the mortal playbook, you are going to be going last. But somebody has a subscription doodad. Breadlum, thank you for re-upping your subscription. We appreciate you here. So we are going to start with Robin. Would you like to tell us about your strings as the Fae?
Okay, so as the Fae, one of the things
You are a sick son
about
of a-
me is that I'm
Gonna kill
incredibly
that dog.
honest in a
He's the
weird
bad
sense
guy.
and very
You
exposed.
I'm all the bad guys.
Anybody else?
That's just
Yep,
me.
yep.
It's
Sorry,
all
Jen.
nice.
Yeah,
That reminded me
that's
that I
Jen.
needed to re-up
Jen.
my Prime Scub. Sure, we'll go with
That's
that.
how language is happening today.
Scub, anti-scub. Let's go.
It's
But
like
so,
scab
like, it's-
and scub. Sub.
Jesus.
Words at 10 in the morning. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
No. So like it's kind of always been crouched in this like cold, like I'm just saying it how it is kind of bitchy attitude, but it in a sense means that I wear my heart on my sleeve, so everyone has a string on me, technically, according to the rules. I don't know how we want to play that with.
So everybody has a string on you.
Yeah.
I think you wear
It's
your heart on your sleeve. Everyone has a sleeve. Even Charlie has a string on you.
Okay, so
because
that
this
was
is
my question. Was
every-
like, how do we bring him in here?
Yeah, it doesn't.
So-
It doesn't say all PCs. It doesn't say
doesn't. It says
anyone. It
everyone.
says everyone. So I think that's everyone. Everyone has one string on you.
Yeah.
So everybody take a
everyone's got
string.
one.
Yeah, Justin,
had
fucking
fun.
rip it,
But then
rip it,
I
baby.
do get to dictate that I
Slop
have
that
captured
down,
someone's
dude.
fancy and
Yeah,
get two
dude,
strings
crack
on
one
them.
for the big boy.
Sorry to interrupt you again, Julie. We just got a donation.
Ooh.
$25.
Ooh, everybody, we're gonna
Yes.
put $5. That means there is one in the advantage pool for you guys. So if you
Hell
want
yeah.
to take advantage at any point, which in this game means that you basically get a +1. You get a +1 to your roll. All right.
So the second one is you've captured someone's fancy, gained 2 strings on them, and I guess I just get to decide which one of you guys that was.
Yeah, you can decide if somebody has a comment.
I'm very down for this because I kind of feel like as two people sort of in and out of like the mortal world with a strong tie to the other side, like I definitely feel some initial connection with you and then that grows.
Probably, yeah. But I can see that for sure. So
Excellent. Okay. Next, we have Andy with the infernal sheet.
So I kind of have to ask you a metagaming question, Della,
Do it.
which is how big a part of this game is Eden going to be?
Not hugely. Well, I mean, I will text that to you. I will send
Okay,
you a
all right.
Discord message
I
because
only ask because I get to give away 3 strings, and I have a move where if someone has 3 strings on me and tells me what to do, I get a +1 to my roll. So it would make sense to give all 3 of those to Eden, except if Eden's not going to be around, I'm not going to do that. So,
okay. I just posted something
cool.
in the thing, so
I will glance
that
at
should
it, but
help
I
you.
think probably okay.
I would encourage you guys to have this among one another and not with NPCs.
Right, right. No, that makes total sense. Okay, cool. Then in that case, I think I'm gonna default based on personalities as we've laid them out. I feel like it would make most sense to give all 3 maybe to Robin.
Well,
Robin seems like
you
the
can
most.
divide them any way you like between your dark power and the other characters.
I can, but if my move only comes into play if someone has 3 strings on me and I only have 3 to give away.
Oh, I see.
Yes. Yep.
Okay,
So,
you got the under pressure move. I see.
yes. Yeah. Made sense for the character. So then in that case, I think is seeming like the most assertive person. I'm going to give the 3 to Robin, and that way Robin can boss me around.
Robin
Oh,
collecting
yeah.
all the strings. Hell yeah.
Oh dear.
Okay. This is not going to go wrong at all. Handing all of your strings
Mhm.
over to a fae. Who thinks
Now
they can save you?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Not
I mean,
me.
we haven't met yet, but my first thought is Charlie.
I was thinking that too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
Charlie. It's Charlie. Charlie, take that
Okay.
string. We'll get to that in the fiction. You guys can
Hell yeah.
do that. All right. Next up is Grace Vesper. Jen, tell us about our hollow.
So, for my, as mentioned, I am here on behalf of the Golden Dawn Foundation, which is actually the people who've made me ostensibly. So I don't know how to human, which is why my big thing is that I've been taking my social cues from someone, and doing so has taught me a lot about them, gain 2 strings on them. So I think I am actually going to follow the crowd and say, I'm actually going to say that I take my cues when not from Eden, from Robin, except in this case, I get the strings on Robin instead of giving.
Yeah.
I think the person who has seen through your invented past, though, we're gonna do that. Oh wait, yeah, who has seen through your invented past? I feel like it makes sense for one of the players, but I want to make that player roll for it.
Yeah, I think we're thinking the same thing.
So who else has seen through your character's invented past? Who do you think you've been close enough with that they've seen through it? I feel like you've got, like, of the other 2 people you've been around the most, you've got sort of the listening ear of Andy, but then you have the, like, seen it all, like
Nothing's gonna shock me.
Nothing's gonna shock me of Marissa.
Yeah, I think actually I'm going to say Marissa is the person who's like seen through it, just because I think Andy just takes me at my word when I like say about my past. And I think Marissa's the one that's been a little more suspicious about some of the details that I have given.
Dope. Send your backstory to Marissa on Discord.
Sweet.
Or
oh, and you gain 2 strings on me, Marissa, since you have seen through my lies.
All right. So send those right on over, and then we're on to Marissa herself.
Cool. So,
Ghosty. So why don't you look at that thing that she's sending you first?
Yeah, sorry. I have to find what's your What's your
Tiny carnivore.
right.
Girl, you know
Yes,
me.
so
Everybody uses like
Good go.
like nicknames everywhere, so I can't remember what your actual names are when I need to find you.
it's true.
Like, who are you again?
Oh, it's nice to see you, OBX Geek. We always appreciate you stopping by.
All right, that's interesting.
I think this is a good time to mention that one of my moves is fake that I took. Add 1 rolls you make while lying.
So we're gonna meet Charlie in this session, right? We don't have
yes. You will be we'll be setting up that scene pretty
I
much
assume very early in the party prompt.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll start with this other one while I, think on that. So you've been inside someone's bedroom while they were sleeping, take a string on them. And it's definitely Andy.
Dope.
I definitely was like, maybe this angel is really another ghost. Maybe this is like, there's something here, right? Like maybe it'll help me understand what my purpose is. Maybe it'll help me understand what's going on. And it absolutely is not. So
I want you to roll dark, actually, real quick.
Okay. 2d6?
2d6 plus your dark. Yes.
Yeah. So that's 11.
Okay. There is something there, but it does not want to talk to you.
Yeah, okay.
But holy shit, there is something there.
Okay. That's fun.
That's good.
It's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
It is fine.
It's fine.
We're
Gabby's
all very
great.
fine.
I wouldn't worry about it.
And I'll bring this one to the group because now I'm like thinking through it. So someone knows that you're dead and how you died. They gain 2 strings on you. So originally I was like, this should obviously be Charlie.
I don't know that it would be because Charlie wasn't even born when you died.
Right. So I think that if Grace and I have a more trusting relationship, it would probably make sense to be her.
Mm-hmm.
I know all your dirty laundry, bitch.
Well, if I know your secrets, it's okay for you to know mine, I guess.
Gotcha.
Like,
okay.
What I suspect
mutually assured destruction.
What I suspect might have happened is that Grace's secret came out, and then you entered your traumatized state, and kind of everything came out.
That sounds right. Mm-hmm.
Dope.
So you gain 2 strings on me.
Hell yeah.
Excellent. I will note for those watching at home, this is the only secret that we're actually keeping from all of the other players as well. Because I think that's funny.
Because I messaged her my idea and she saw an opportunity for chaos.
Yes.
I love it. This is Monsterhearts, bitches. Chaos time. Okay. Now, last but very much not least, Charlie Owens. What do we got?
I mean, Charlie has a really complicated family situation with like a whole tangle of strings between him and his brothers. And now with some of you as well.
Yes. So instead of choosing someone to be your lover, or in this particular case, you've got 2 options with your sheet because we're running a modified mortal sheet. Where most of your moves refer to your family. In this, I will allow you to pick one other NPC here who knows you and knows your family. And sort of like knows your background. So they can actually be a girlfriend if you want them to be a girlfriend, if you think that's interesting. Or they can be a just someone who you know and who you have awareness with. They know what you are, you know what they are.
Interesting. Oh, that is tempting. And that would be one of the player characters?
It'd be one of the player
Or
characters. I will let you get away with having this be Eden as well. Though yeah, I would let you get away with having that be Eden as well, if you
okay.
wanted it to be.
Okay. I think I am gonna go with Eden, given that.
Okay. Now, are you and Eden actually lovers? Or are you friends? Are you friends with benefits? What's
I
the nature of your relationship?
I think we're friends with benefits. I think we met because Charlie isn't family is not supportive of Charlie going off to college, and he has tried to take every opportunity he can to at least visit. And in the process of that, probably ended up at a party, met Eden, and the two of them have had an on again, off again, friends with benefits type of relationship since then.
Excellent. Now, this would make a lot of sense in your family as well. Some backstory with that particular conflict. Thomas, your eldest brother, did go to college. He did go off to college. But because he came back different and like weird, that's part of why they're like, well, look at your brother. Now he's all fucked up and weird.
And Charlie's like, yeah, I'm looking at my brother, and that seems great, but whatever, fine, it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. And by fucked up and weird, they mean like slightly less interested in doing murders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He took an ethics class and he was like, am I?
Am I the asshole?
Read about
No. No, it's the werewolves who are wrong.
It's those people trying to raise their babies.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, no. All right. So Eden has 3 strings on you, and you can take 1 string on them. You also have strings. You have a pool of 3 strings on your family, and they have a pool of 3 strings on you in return. That's how we're going to kind of balance that. And again, you can use for your mortal moves. For lover, you can either use Eden or you can use your family, depending on what you want to do. Because again, you're special. Charlie's so special. We love Charlie.
Charlie's just caught in the middle of a whole lot of shit.
Yeah, poor guy. All right. So we begin at the Sturdy Oak Campground. Sturdy Oak was once in like the 70s and 80s. Sturdy Oak was a Christian like ministry retreat. If any of you have ever been to Shrinemont, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This is a place where there's a whole lot of little wooden buildings and cabins and like little chapels and outbuildings all over the place in this beautiful, scenic, mountainous area. Some of the buildings even have air conditioning. Not the cabins you guys are staying in, of course, but the other buildings. It's no longer owned by the church. The church that was supporting it eventually ran out of money and no longer is in existence. But they essentially sold it to the Parks and Rec of your state. So it's currently now being run as like a little campground by the state. You can rent those cabins out for money. People do weddings and business retreats, and churches still do youth retreats there as well. Because this place has such a long history of being a youth retreat, there's all kinds of legends about, oh, a kid totally died in that building and his ghost still walks, and so on and so forth. This So your friend Eden has just had a absolutely terrible, terrible breakup with her ex David. David, such a nice guy. I just thought he was so sweet, but maybe he was like too sweet. I don't know. I felt like I was ruining him. Oh, guys,
Probably.
I need a break. So she invites you all at spring break to this cabin. Eden is, as you might suspect, her family is wealthy. Her family's like crazy rich. So she gets you guys, rents you guys out this cabin at this retreat at this weekend. And it's gonna be great, guys. It's gonna be great. She like rents you like a limo to like occasionally take you out to little excursions elsewhere. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna go to like wine tastings. She just turned 21. We're gonna go to wine tastings. Oh, don't even worry about it, Andy. Andy and Robin, I've got fake IDs for you. It'll be fine. It's gonna be so much fun. And she also contacts her, her other friend, Charlie. Just sort of like just text YWD or
Yeah.
WYD.
What you doing?
What you doing this weekend?
Just casual.
You what doing?
You what doing? You what doing? That's exactly how much attention. That's exactly how much attention she's paying to it too. She's like going off on this, like, oh, this breakup is just ruining my skin. And at the same time, like swipe texting with one hand, Charlie.
Which I think is great because like Charlie is responding in like full paragraph, like the exact opposite.
Oh, does Charlie type with perfect punctuation?
He uses punctuation.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, he does.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
100%.
What a nerd. We're going to eat him alive.
Probably literally, and it's fine.
It might be literal.
Fine.
I kind of hope it is literal.
Destiny. Let's be honest.
Could be fun.
Could be fun. Could be fun. All right. So you guys are all heading to the street, and your brother Riley, Charlie, comes up to you and is just like, "We've got to go."
It's like a job we've got to go.
No. Like, Dad's really pissed at me for reasons. Don't worry about it. So we are going on a camping trip.
Is it actually a camping trip this time?
It is actually a camping trip. I promise it's a camping trip. I'm not going to bring anything. We're not going to take the Tacoma. It's going to be fine.
Okay.
It's going to be fine. Pretty sure it's going to be fine. You know.
Yeah, I don't like it when you say that, but I mean,
what?
Sure.
It's going to be fine.
Game. Well,
all right.
When you say it that way, it doesn't sound like it's going to be fine.
Well, if you weren't such a weenie about everything, it all would be fine, and I wouldn't have to be like, oh yeah, make Charlie okay with shit. Just get your shit together. We're going camping.
Fine, okay. Give me like 15.
Dope. All right. So you huck all of your stuff into the back of a Jeep and head on out to camping.
I mean, I feel like Charlie has a go bag, so I feel like that's really simple for him.
Oh yeah. You guys have all of your stuff together. Yes, Charlie is an NPC that Will Malkus created, so making bad choices with monster girls is absolutely the inevitable destiny.
It's the move.
It's
the move. So you guys
almost had a response to that, and then I was like, it's probably too early to be quite that feral in chat.
I'm about there.
No, just do it. Just do it.
Just do it. Do it. You won't do it.
You won't do it.
Fucking do it, man.
I gotta open the window. It's hot in here.
There you go.
At me, you coward.
Hell yes. Hell yeah.
Hell yes.
Charlie, the sorority's bicycle.
It's fine. I accept this.
It's fine. It's fine. It is fine. All right.
We'll give you a good campus education.
Exactly.
He's been getting one from Eden.
It was indeed getting too steamy in here already, so I had to open a window.
I was gonna say, my experiences playing Monsterhearts before is like, Monsterhearts is always like, this game's real horny, and then every time I played Monsterhearts, it hasn't actually been horny like at all. And
You've been playing with the wrong group.
We're already shattering
Have you met the group
records.
of yeah.
I
Listen.
selected this group. I selected this group.
I'm putting together a team.
I'm putting together a team. Very horny. All right. So you guys get to your campground, and it's like the cabins are like cute. You guys definitely have the sorority girls definitely have the cute like a cute little cabin. It has its own little like kitchenette, its own little hi Theo. Hold on, guys.
Pause the feral while the toddler's in the
Yeah.
room.
Something's going on with the fridge. Please, can you go tell Grandma and Grandpa about that?
Oh.
The fridge is leaking. You should definitely tell Grandpa about that, okay? Grandpa's fixing it right now? Okay. All right.
Is this,
This one's
All right. Have a good time, buddy.
is that okay to do?
oh.
All right. Yeah. Parenting.
He just
Yeah.
wants you to be informed about what's
Yeah.
going
He
on
does.
around the house.
Now I
Which
know
is very
that
respectful.
it is.
Yes.
The refrigerator. Is your refrigerator running?
Apparently.
Go catch it. I feel like he tried to do that to me, but he's 4, so he can't quite pull that off.
Mhm.
Can't quite master the.
Can't quite master the timing on that. Anyway, you get there. Your cabin is very nice. You do have to share, like, you have to share rooms like 2 and 2, but you know I'm sure that'll.
That's fine.
It's whatever.
All right.
It's like freshman year before we moved into the sorority house. It's like roughing it.
Exactly. Eden, of course, takes the one single room. It's the smallest room though, so that's fine. But it's like up in the little attic area.
So we can hear when she's walking around, so we know when she's up. So we better be up.
Walking around.
You know it. You know it. Yeah, walking
That's
around.
what I'm thinking.
It
I'm
is.
like,
It is a wooden house. You can see through some of the floorboards.
Amateur
and-
shit.
Amateur shit. And next to all of you, the cabin next door does appear to be occupied by 4 very attractive young men. Some of them are a little older even, which is interesting. So,
Hmm.
this is going to be more interesting to some of you than others. Men, that is.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, is this interesting to me?
Is this interesting? We don't know.
How
Oh,
savage
yeah.
is our group?
We'll find
I was
out.
gonna say, we didn't coordinate anything between each other, so like, as
No.
far as we're all aware, we're all gay as hell.
Could be. Could be. So some of you might be interested because boys. Some of you might be interested because food. Some of you might be interested because Eden's interested. Eden's interested. And you, Charlie, notice that next door is not just Eden, but a whole passel of other girls. Your brothers are interested. Your brothers are definitely interested.
That tracks.
And now, we're going to start doing some... I would like everybody to introduce what your characters look like. So, getting there, it's around, let's say, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You've checked in, you've got your stuff out. What are you guys doing? What are you up to? And let's again start going clockwise. Robin, what are you doing? You've got this big old compound out in the woods. There's fire pits. There's like dance venues. You all know that there is going to be a great big dance party tonight at one of the little venues. There's a band going to be playing and a DJ of dubious quality. So what are you up to at 3 o'clock in the afternoon with all of this splendor? Also, what do you look like?
So Robin is very much kind of on that like more gothy grunge aesthetic. She's dark hair, paler skin, kind of that semi-permanent smudged eyeliner look to her. Kind of very, very faint freckles that in the right lights kind of look, you know, snowy. Little like flecks of snow. And what I think she's doing at 3, I think we've kind of like done kind of our morning excursion type of thing, and this is the general lull between when we do our next excursion / getting ready for the dance. So I think in kind of a fit of boredom and the knowledge that there are other people around, she's just going to be one of those like kind of obnoxious yoga people where she's going to dress in the short athletic shorts and the sports bra and just go do yoga on like the lawn of the cabin. Like not quite all the way down to where the dock would be because she doesn't want to get too close to the water, but like kind of in that in between where it's like she's technically on the part of the property that is our rented cabin's property, but like she's just, you know, out there.
So I will just to note, there is like a creek that leads to a lake, but it's actually not around where your cabins are. This is more mountainous, so the lake is like maybe it's more like a pond.
Further out. That works out because she doesn't.
It's not huge.
That works out.
Yeah, there's sort of like mountain streams and creeks and things like that, but like most of the water sources here are not substantial. This is like a hiking-y place, not a swimming-y, boating-y place.
Works out perfectly. Does not change my plan.
Does not change the plan. Just
does not change the plan.
Excellent. So yeah, you're out there doing your yoga. One of the brothers comes out and is definitely like watching you do yoga. And one of them actually, after a brief conversation that you may or may not be listening to, or sort of overhearing, eavesdropping on, one of them actually kind of comes out with his own yoga mat and joins you.
Oh, competition.
Like, totally quietly, but yeah, there's definitely a competition here going on.
We've all seen competitive yoga. We know what this looks like.
We've all seen
we have to see who's the most flexible
who's
and who's the most flexible and who has the, you know, better stamina to hold a
those core
difficult
muscles.
Position. Yeah.
Who's getting
that twist in?
Yeah, who's getting those deep twists in? Who's holding that handstand the longest?
We're just auditioning now.
Just audition, absolutely. All right. So yeah, we can achieve levitation first. Perfect. Let's see. All right. He's not doing bad. He's not doing bad. You've seen better, but he's not doing bad. Charlie, for reference, your brother who is doing this is Finn.
Okay.
The closest brother to you in age. So this is one of the younger guys. He has sort of lighter hair than the other, sort of blonder hair, and like a lot of freckles. Like he is like it's spring, this is spring break, so he's not like the full summer. My face, I don't have a tan, I just have like the omni freckle. But he's getting there. All right, so Finn and Robin are out there doing yoga. Charlie, what are you up to? Your brother out there making an ass of himself.
Well, definitely not helping. So I think I think first of all, like when everyone arrived, Charlie was probably out on the porch reading a book. Um, for reference, it was probably Frankenstein. But as the day has gone on, he has probably been texting with Eden and has arranged perhaps a bit of a rendezvous in the woods because he doesn't want to bring her over to his cabin because his brothers are there and that's going to go terribly. So he's, I think, around this time trying to set up a time for the two of them to get away and have some private time together.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So
What does
you're
Charlie
sitting.
look like? We obviously need that.
Yes.
Yeah. What does Charlie look like? Yeah.
I
image.
completely skated over that. Yes. So Charlie has shaggy hair, like almost to the point of being unkempt, but like just perfect enough and just tousled enough that it does not look like he doesn't take care of himself in his appearance. Um, he has pale gray eyes that are sad, and he is dressed in very typical camping clothes, not dissimilar from what I'm wearing in terms of, you know, a t-shirt, a flannel, jeans, hiking boots, and yeah.
Awesome. So you're sitting on the porch, reading your book, texting. Every so often, every so often looking up and seeing Finn change positions. I want to say at some point, one of you playfully, maybe the yoga doers playfully like nudges the other's ankle to knock them over. Do you? Is that something you would do, Robin?
Yes.
Awesome, awesome. So that happens. You knock Finn over. Uh, he's a good sport about it.
Mhm.
Charlie, you're reading, and then you hear an unmistakably familiar voice, uh, and you see Eden, uh, a beautiful, like curvaceous blonde with just big blue eyes, always shorter when you see her than she actually is in your memory. She's like 5'5", but like in your memory she's always taller. Part of that's because she's almost always wearing insane heels.
Boom.
But
Sorry,
right
that's
now, but right now she's barefoot and she's wearing Daisy Dukes, like the kind where you can like see the pockets, like the extreme cutoffs that might as well be a swimsuit, and one of those striped uh uh midriff tops that's like tied in the front. She's basically like a hot hillbilly pinup. And she's like leaning over the like railing of your porch. She says, "Hey stranger, how are you doing?"
And Charlie glances up and takes that all in and I think blushes a bit and is like, "Oh, Eden, I didn't know you'd be coming over."
"Well, we're just next door. I thought I'd come by and say hey."
I'm glad you did. It's incredible how this worked out.
Yeah. So, wow, I didn't know your whole family was going to be showing up. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it was a little bit spur of the moment. I'm definitely a lot happier to be seeing you than I am to be spending time with them.
Yeah. Well, are you guys going to the party tonight? Are you going to go to the show tonight?
Will you be there?
Of course. Of course I'm going to be there.
That was a silly question.
All right. Do you want to get lost?
That was exactly what I was hoping for, as long as it's with you.
Of yours.
Too
You're
cute.
so sweet. And she's going to like wink at you and like start sauntering off in a direction. Before you can follow her, from behind you, you hear your eldest brother Thomas just say, "Who's that?"
Don't. So first of all, I think Charlie's been watching Eden walk away respectfully.
Respectfully.
Because Charlie's a good boy.
Charlie's a good boy.
Oh,
This girl's out here with like "disrespect me" tattooed across her ass. Charlie's gonna be respectful.
And yet, trying to look respectfully.
That's
So
good.
I think
That's good. Good boy. Good boy, Charlie.
I've had this experience with my coworkers. Like, oh,
My tits are fully
truth is,
out.
you
You are
gotta-
allowed to look. Yeah. It's a hard line. It's a difficult line to understand as a dude. I get it. Anyway, respectfully watching your girlfriend's ass. Your friend with benefits ass.
Your buddy.
And so I think he's definitely like caught off guard and just sort of does a double take and is just like, oh, that's my friend.
Your friend? Who's your friend? Does she be my friend?
No, she can't be your friend. She's my friend.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm. Dude, do you have to?
But what?
Do you have to be like this? Like, I don't have a lot of things that are just mine, and I don't mean it like that. She's not. That's not what I meant. I'm just saying, like, I like for parts of my life to be separate.
Okay, dude. All right. She's all yours. He's gonna look at, he's not going to like pat you on the head and like tussle your hair or anything like that, anything that dismissive, but like the look he gives you is the equivalent. In just like a, "Oh, my boy's growing up" kind of way. But
fucking his own women.
he's growing up and getting his own girls. Oh, he's so cute. And he'll just go back in the house. He'll go back inside.
And Charlie will put his book aside and go follow after Eden.
Okay. So you guys are going to go off in the woods. We'll fade to black on that scene. But because you are having sex, I believe, regardless of what it is you actually do out there, you do get to trigger one another's sex moves.
Mm-hmm.
So for the queen move, she makes you part of her gang. You gain the condition one of them.
Interesting. Okay.
So you're divided. And what is what happens for the queen?
Yeah, so yeah, that's I guess a little bit unfortunate because I'm pretty sure my sex move awakens her darkest self.
Oh, hot damn.
Damn.
Which I guess I would be used to at this point.
We thought we were
since
going to
we've been
ruin
friends with
Charlie, but
benefits.
Charlie's out here ruining us. Like, damn.
Yep. Charlie is wrecking people's shit in more ways than one.
It makes sense now. It's overcompensation, I see.
Mm.
Or undercompensation. Like, maybe he's just that good. Gets chicks obsessed.
It's true.
So, let me see. No, the Owens family's not that fucked up about sex stuff. They're fucked up about violent stuff, not fucked up about sex stuff. About, like, they wouldn't have taken him to a brothel as a child.
No. In modern times. I'm just saying.
In modern times. Oh, yeah.
They traumatized me with killing a werewolf. They didn't need to take me to a brothel.
Yeah. No.
I like how you
Murder
needed to set the
first.
record straight about the Owens family and what their
Murder
particular brand of terrible is.
Yeah.
Listen, there's so many different brands of terrible. It's important to get them straight. All right, now we've got Charlie. Andy, what are you up to? You're at this place is gorgeous. Like, it's been technically unhallowed because it was church property, but you can see like traces where like there's like the old chapel still. It's really kind of nice.
I definitely did do research beforehand to see if this place was hallowed or not. So that makes
It
sense.
was once. There is a church. There is still like a chapel there that is technically consecrated so that weddings can be done in it. It's Lutheran, if that makes any
Oh, okay.
difference to you.
Oh,
So
fake.
fake. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could
What's the
hear that in my
nomination is
grandfather's
Andy?
voice.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, this sounds
I
like.
was going to say this is. I just want to be clear. Andy's opinions do not reflect mine or
Oh, no.
Tia's.
Yeah.
But so Andy is sort of on paper similar to Eden, in so much that she has like very blonde hair and blue eyes, but she is built definitely more on the slender side. She does not give that impression of being taller than she actually is. If anything, she sort of seems to diminish herself, even though she is probably taller than Eden actually is in practice. But I think she's just sort of wearing a slightly wrinkled blue dress that comes to like mid thigh, almost like a denim material with like a belt around the middle, and just like a cardigan over that. I think maybe like a gray one. And her hair is pulled up with a ribbon in the back. She does have, I would say, probably frustratingly like clear skin. However, like no freckles, no nothing. And she barely wears any makeup. She just has that sort of natural like glow about her. But I think as she is sort of wandering through the cabin, just kind of taking everything in, she would, as her instincts dictate, immediately start making a pitcher of iced tea for the weekend for everybody to be able to enjoy, because it's kind of warm out here and people seem to be wandering off into the woods, hiking, probably, I can only assume. And so they'll probably be thirsty when they get back.
Oh yeah.
Well, they were thirsty when they left.
Yeah. However, looking out the window as she is making this pitcher of iced tea, seeing the yoga competition between Robin and, did you say it was Finn?
Yeah.
She is going to take the pitcher as she her eyebrows kind of her eyes narrow, and she's going to put a very cheerful smile on her face and stride out the front door over to where they're doing yoga. And as she approaches, she's going to say, "Hey y'all, I thought you might be getting thirsty out here, so I just made up a pitcher of iced tea." And as she says that, she's going to pretend to trip and spill it all over Finn and start apologizing profusely and say, "Oh my stars, I'm so sorry. I'm so clumsy. Gosh.
Man.
I
Even,
can't apologize enough.
like,
I'm really sorry."
he's gonna like just be like, oh shit. And he's gonna look and he's gonna like strip his shirt off and just like
Dripping.
he's just like dripping with sweet tea. He pulls his shirt off and is sort of like wrings it out. He's like, "It's okay, it's okay." Like licks his lips, like, "Is that sweet tea?"
It's Andy's
Mhm.
specialty. Robin is just standing here, just like, okay.
Like, that's really good. I'm really sorry that my my setup caused you to trip and spill it. It seems like you spent
Oh,
a lot of time on that.
yeah, no, not your fault at all. It is sweet tea. And I'm afraid when we pulled up, I saw quite a few hornets around here. I'm worried there might be a nest. Yeah, you might want to rinse off before they come after you.
All right. You are trying to turn someone off, so you are going to have to
Trying
roll
to.
cold.
You're
Yeah.
trying to.
Okay.
You're trying to. You are going to have to roll
All
with
right.
cold on Finn.
Cold. Reasonable. All right. very bad at that.
I'm curious if any of us are good at that.
Oh, being cold?
I think some of us are.
That's my jam.
Ooh.
Oh, I sure did fail. That's a 4.
Go ahead, Mark.
You've made it worse.
Made it
Now
worse.
he's just
Go ahead, Mark, and
imagining
experience.
things to get himself clean from this sweet tea while he's shirtless.
Yeah, and Finn is absolutely going to get a 10 on his hot roll to turn someone on. But interestingly, he's actually currently aiming this at you, not at Robin.
Interesting.
So, he actually gets a string on you.
Ooh.
Huh.
But
Okay.
what he's doing here in trying to turn someone on here, what's being kind of calculated here on Finn is he's not necessarily trying to like turn you on sexually, but
Right.
he's trying to get you interested. He's trying to sort of trying to charm you.
Right, yeah.
And sort of like complimenting your sweet tea and all of that. So you have failed to turn him off, but he's actually, in this case, kind of disarmed you.
Yeah, for sure. And I think she does kind of Andy does kind of like put a hand up to her chest and like take a step back as she exhales. This was not the outcome that she was expecting, and she is definitely caught off guard.
Well, do you would you like to join us? I think we can. I think I've got another mat in there somewhere.
But bless your heart, I'm not much for yoga. I've never really tried it.
He could probably teach you.
I think
I've got another outfit you could put on.
Yeah, I'd love to. I'm not a like, you know, I'm not like licensed or anything, but I'd love to try to like teach some people, because I don't know, I've got a family, they've got all brothers, so you know, I tell them about yoga stuff and they're just like big and dumb about it. So I'd love the opportunity.
I try to be open to new experiences. I guess it couldn't hurt anything.
All right, so Finn is going to start doing yoga with Robin and Andy.
I think Andy will say, yeah, Robin, I might have to take you up on that offer if you don't mind lending me some clothes. I don't think this is real appropriate for what y'all were doing. And she kind of gestures down to the dress that she's wearing.
Oh, I've got something that's gonna fit you real nice. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, Justin, fucking grip it and rip it, baby.
So how does this
Alarming. Also, thank you so much for donating $100 to Children's National Hospital.
Thank you.
Down, dude.
Who is this? Who donated?
Thank you.
Crack one for the big boy.
That's Retson. Retson's a bud of the channel. We appreciate you.
Appreciate
also,
it.
thank you to an entire pitcher of sweet tea brewed to pour on hot guys for donating $15.
Hooray! Yes. That is excellent. Is this a to trigger me to talk in a silly voice for 60 seconds?
One can only assume.
One can only assume. All right, let me set my timer. And no, that is my camera app. Fuck, new phones. Hi.
Oh, that happens.
The struggle. Where are my buttons?
Where did I go?
Where did I go? Where are my buttons? How do I start a new timer? There we go. Okay, please tell me, what are you doing in this as you go to this bedroom to change your clothes?
Sorry, I thought we were done.
No, we're not done.
We're not done.
No, she's got to narrate your whole
that's true.
sexually
that's
charged
true.
scene in this voice.
We're a sexually charged scene.
I'm so happy about this.
Sure is. Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, I guess we would just go to the cabin in the room. What is Robin? What are you pulling out for Andy to wear?
So I think, again, Robin's setup is mostly in that darker kind of grungy aesthetic. So the idea that she gets to first and foremost dress you in something darker is very thrilling. So I think she roots around until she finds something that is just modest enough that she knows she can get you into it, but is still gonna be a little bit well out of your comfort zone. So it's one of those, so it's like some deep maroon leggings with the like the V waistband that make that nice little cinch. And then she's definitely going to find one of those sports bras that has, it's a standard all coverage, except this whole front panel is like that sheer mesh.
Mesh, yeah. I have one of those.
Yeah. Who doesn't? And then she's just gonna like turn around and hold them out to you and just be like, we gotta make sure they fit, so.
What do I put on over them?
Oh no, this is just it. Because otherwise you'll get too sweaty and you don't want anything to like get in your way. If you wore a shirt, when you invert, it's just gonna fall on your face. So you just gotta.
I don't I don't know if I can really. I mean, I just don't think I don't think I'd fill it out the way that someone else might. I'm not sure.
No, I think we'll never know unless you try it on.
You know you want to do this.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun. And it's good exercise.
This is the kind of experience humans are put on Earth for.
Can I communicate with Gabby without talking out loud?
You are. Let me.
Gosh, I hope not.
Yeah,
let me see how hard I want to make this for you. Let me see how hard I want to make this for you. I think you're gonna have. I think yes, but you are going to have to hold steady to keep that off your face.
Got it. All right.
Deer in headlights.
That's rolling with cold.
Steady. Do I have a different move sheet? I don't see hold steady. Keep your cool. Is that?
Yes. It should be.
Okay.
Do I have am I looking at two different rule sheets?
I also have
yes. Okay. It's keep your cool. I'm looking at a sheet that must be from Monsterhearts 1.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah.
All good.
I could also let you get away with manipulating NPC, which is.
No, I think it's fine. I also don't have that move, but
that's fine.
Yeah, it's all good. I failed, which is fine. That's pretty much what I wanted. So I'll mark another XP, I guess. And Andy will say sort of quietly, almost like to herself, but also almost like not to herself. I just don't see how that makes sense.
Trying it on? People try on clothes all the time. That's how you know if they fit.
No, that's a great point. So she'll take the clothes and then she'll kind of like stand there and she'll like look at them and then look at you like she's waiting to see if you're gonna turn around or leave or something. And if you don't, she is gonna turn around and start very sort of stiffly disrobing and putting on the athletic wear that you have given her.
I think what Robin will do is after you turn around and you start to change, I assume you do one of those things where you pull the leggings up under the dress before you take the dress off type of thing. When you are like halfway done, she like walks past you, like pats you on the back and it like lingers and she's like, we'll be right outside when you need us. And then she just one of those little like nail scratchy things and then she's gonna go.
Okay, well, I feel like that's a move. I feel like you're doing a move to me.
Yeah, I feel like you're trying to turn someone on here.
You know?
I also feel that way.
I think. Listen.
Sorry.
I think that'll be a more interesting evening.
I fucked up with Gabby's voice, so I need to restate this. I feel like you're trying to turn someone on.
Yeah. Listen.
But the 60 seconds are now up, so I can undo that until somebody else wants to donate $15.
Listen, Robin saw what happened, and Robin was like, I can make this more interesting. So, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is
Robin,
what she
roll
wants
with
now.
Robin, roll with hot.
Okay. So that's a 7. So that is
on a 7. Yep.
Yeah.
Go for it.
They can either give me another string, or they can choose one of the reactions, which is
not even a contest. I get embarrassed and act awkward, and Andy bursts out laughing, but like very
awkward
nervously.
laughter?
Yeah, like very nervously, and like takes a step away, just like ha 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 ha.
Beautiful.
This is fun. Now I have 2 things to hunt.
All right. Well, I guess that's it. Let's go to yoga.
All right. So you guys go to yoga with a now completely shirtless Finn. Who he does not put on a new shirt. He does get another yoga mat out for you, and he sort of does yoga. And at one point, he does kind of while he's helping you with a pose, he does ask if before he can put his hands on you to help adjust you. He does at one point sort of say, maybe a little closer to your ear than strict propriety would suggest, like, after we're done, are we gonna get any more sweet tea? Because I gotta be honest, I've had a craving for that for a while.
For Andy.
Poor Andy. She's not equipped
poor
for this.
Andy. She's not. Of course I can.
We can remove the camera from this painful scene and move on to Grace. Grace, what are you up to at this time?
Well, we're only sort of moving away because I think Grace this whole time did the thing where like she got up this morning and she's just wearing like the oversized t-shirt and like panties and just like grabbed coffee and just like wandered out onto the porch of this cabin and has just been watching everything that has happened so far this morning like that, just like calmly sipping her coffee and watching the various flirtations, embarrassments, etc. going on. So real simple.
Oh shoot. Sorry, I clicked a advertisement on the dice roller instead of the roll again button.
Oh no. An error.
I would like you to roll to keep your cool for a moment.
Ooh, not the worst. That is going to be a 7.
Okay. One of the Owens brothers is standing on the porch and looking at you. So you sort of saw the little drama out there for a second. There was you saw Charlie and Eden kind of do their little thing. You saw the elder brother come out and sort of harass his brother before Charlie left. And that elder brother is now standing on the porch with his arms crossed, sort of leaning against the cabin and just looking at you. And you get the feeling he sort of, there's this look of recognition in his eyes. And he just sort of is just watching you. Doesn't say anything, doesn't do anything, just watching.
I think she just stares back at him, like assert dominance, maintain eye contact level of just like dead face. Like, which of us is going to blink first? I bet it's you because you have actual functioning eyes and I don't.
That's her party trick for free shots.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Love
Wins
it.
every staring contest ever.
Wins every staring contest.
Like, but actually the problem is she can pull that off, but she creeps everybody out when she does it because she just has like dead eyes. Like, it's just people look half the time she doesn't win because people have to blink. She wins because people just get
It's
like
creepy.
real freaked out and just like turn away.
People think they're going to do that soul gazing bar thing, and then instead they're just like, she might kill me.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Just like dead in the eyes, like a fucking shark.
So here's how that ends up. All right. Actually, now I want you to roll to turn someone off. Roll with cold. Or shut someone down.
That's actually going to be a 7 again.
Okay.
Just barely by the skin of my teeth, scraping by all these rolls.
Okay. So on a 7 to 9, you can choose one from below, one of these options. They lose a string on you. He doesn't have a string. Well, he doesn't have a string on you.
So I could gain one on him.
If they have no strings on you, you gain one on them. They gain a condition, or you can take one forward for any actions regarding this individual. But you also come across poorly, and they give you a condition in return.
I think I'm gonna get a string on him. I want something that I can use later in case, because right now I don't know quite what to make of him. So I want to get that string in case I figure out later something I need to do about this situation.
Okay. You know what he is. You know what this family is. You know what this family is for. You gain a string on him.
And this is Thomas, right? Just for my notes.
This is Thomas. Yes, this is Thomas. You do gain a string on him. You can see that you have sort of successfully created a relationship there.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you're kind of coming across poorly and awkward in some way. How do you do that? What are you putting out there that is picking up on you, that he's picking up on, that's making you come across poorly?
I mean, I think of the very like inhuman aspect of like what she's doing and the fact that she's just comes off as weird and creepy as opposed to intimidating. So like, especially with like the background, she's supposed to be in some ways almost like an experiment on successfully creating a human to pass for human, and like clearly she does not. Like, if you actually pay attention, she absolutely does not come across as like normal human. So in that way, she's like kind of failing.
Okay. So normally I would hide this, but since this is a one shot, I'm going to put this out there. The impression he's getting from you is broken machine.
Whomst among us.
So the condition that he's going to give you, though, is going to be watched or on notice. You can kind of choose between those. He knows what's going on. So you're going to be feeling watched. But he doesn't say anything, doesn't do anything. He holds your gaze for a long time, longer than a lot of people do. He doesn't seem to be creeped out. He does seem to be disappointed disappointed.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Just disappointed. But he gives, at one point, he does blink first. He gives you like a little salute with his can of beer, and walks back into the house. It is 3 p.m, but he's on vacation. And he's gonna just turn back. He's gonna go back in, but then he comes back out with the other brother, Riley, and they've got like fishing gear, and they sort of load up their jeep and go back down to go fishing. They yell at Finn, but he's like waves them off. All right, Marissa.
That's me. So
Unless there's something else that you wanted to do. Okay, Marissa.
So aesthetically, I'm like this vibe, right? Except paler and when my hair was silver, right? So very bleached, like white hair in a high snatched ponytail, very long, very pale, wearing a crop top and high waisted shorts, not too exposed. And I think she's hanging out on the porch, maybe watching Robin a little bit, but not really, but kind of, and reading a crime romance novel. Just hanging out, enjoying the weather, crushing on her. And then she sees Finn come over, and I'm like, well, shit, I guess I have to do this too. So she runs upstairs to try and find something that's like cute enough to look like she's like super cute, but not trying too hard. You know. And is like, oh no, this is too much. And so she just literally spends a stupid amount of time over analyzing every outfit and like, oh, should I like take my makeup off? Should I leave it on? Am I just gonna sweat it off? Should I put on extra like tinted moisturizer, or should I like put the SPF on top of it? How was I supposed to do this? A whole like over analysis of like how to look cute right now. But then she does find something that's like workable and heads down.
Okay. By the time you head down, there's now 3 of you, and Finn is very clearly like just preening. There's not a lot. He doesn't really see the complex, the fact that everyone is crushing actually on Robin and not on him. He thinks he is the absolute coolest guy. Might be the best thing that has ever happened to Finn. That actually might be true. Finn's life is sad.
Oh.
He thinks this is just freaking great. And he is going to sort of continue that. As you walk up, give me just 1 second. I'm gonna make a roll for our friend Finnegan.
Just out of curiosity, how open is Marissa with her preferences?
I don't think anyone knows. She's so sexually awkward and cold that I don't think anyone actually can tell if she's like interested or like just awkward or just like, you know.
Cool. Yep.
Okay.
Perfect.
We're gonna roll.
This is what happens when you have a 2 in cold.
So Finn Finn's doing yoga. You come up, he's like, hey, great to meet you. I'm Finn. I guess you already know Robin and Andy. Oh, what's your name?
Yeah, I'm Marissa.
It's great to meet you, Marissa. And he does one of those things where he like kicks up, like he's was like on his back in some position. He like kicks up onto his feet and like goes to shake your hand.
Oh.
As soon as do you shake his hand?
I awkwardly shake his hand. I'm like, well, okay, all right. Hi.
You shake his hand, And this like all of this like friendly, affable, this friendly, affable himbo nature that he's been like exuding this whole time just drains out of him like someone's pulled a plug. And he like drops your hand. Yeah. So I think I hear my phone inside. He does not take his eyes off of you while he's saying this. I'll be back in a bit. And he like leaves his yoga mats, leaves his shirt, which is like sort of wadded up, and like backs away, like doesn't really take his eyes off of you. And I'm actually going to have you for a moment. I would like you to keep your cool.
Where's that?
Roll with cold.
Oh, that's fine. 11.
11. Okay. You see something familiar in his face for just a second, but it doesn't trigger you.
Okay.
But he sort of backs up and goes inside, and you hear the door. You all hear very, very loud and obviously the door latch click shut of that cabin.
It's me.
Oh.
Can I do a thing?
Do a thing.
Cool. So I think just sort of like looking at the door, looking after where Finn has disappeared to, Andy is going to say, I think still out loud, I'm just going to roll with it and say that it's kind of a, she'll just do it quietly and say sort of quietly, Gabrielle, what can you tell me about him? And I'm using my uncanny voices bargain. I'm giving Gabrielle a string so that I can know one of Finn's secret fears, secret desires, or secret strengths. The owner of the character gets to choose which, and I assume that's you, Della.
Okay. So whenever Gabby communicates with you, you can it's in this way. Sometimes it's like a little breathy voice in the back of your head, and sometimes it's a kind of a much it's a much more physical sensation. So in this, you almost feel someone embracing you, like someone giving you a hug from behind, and you can kind of feel her wings come around you. And she says in your ear, let me pull your move sheet so I can actually get a look at it again. It's uncanny voices. One of their secret fears, desires, or strengths. So I think in this case, he's revealed a fear. Finn is terrified, not just of what Marissa might be. Because you all sort of know you wouldn't be members of Mu Phi Alpha if you didn't have some connection to the supernatural. So you might not know what Marissa's specific deal is, but you might not know she's a ghost, but you know that she's something. So he's not just afraid of what she might be. And you see that he figured out that she's not human. He's terrified of what this means and what he might have to do about it. and he's afraid. There's a complexity here, and this is sort of what she sort of whispers in your ear, is that he is both afraid of and for his family in this
Hmm.
moment. The rest of y'all just heard your friend ask her imaginary friend for help, and also this
Quietly.
quietly, but then this affable himbo just ran away from your other friend.
This is all a win for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
Yeah,
think
just
We
had fucking
that
grip it,
this is
grip
not
it,
a
baby.
problem for me.
Slop that
I
down,
think
dude.
that I'm
Yeah,
gonna
dude.
keep my mat
Crack
where it
one for the
was.
big
Like,
boy.
no, I didn't have a mat. I'm that awkward. I'm just like trying to do it barefoot next to y'all. And I'm just gonna stay a little bit further off and just stay in my own zone and start doing. And I'm gonna still try and be sort of impressive because I mean, I am limitless, so I do feel like I can use being that to my advantage to try and show off a little bit here.
Yeah.
Low gravity,
No, yeah. Yeah. No center of gravity.
I
Also,
think
thank you for the donation. We just got a $15 donation.
Oh, another $15.
Woo!
I'm sorry. Oh, another $15 donation. Fantastic.
Indeed.
I will reset my timer.
I think
Other
in
one.
the interest of continuing to stir the pot, when Robin sees all of this happen, she'll just be like, "Oh no, you don't have to. He left the mat. Just come over here with us. Just come a little closer. Come over here with us."
I like. She just nods and walks over. Very clammy.
Robin
I'm
is
so
going to just like look at the other cabin and just be like, and then just continue on with her
And
with all of this. Now she gets to.
I think Andy is still sort of staring at the cabin also, but like doesn't look away as the others go back to Yogan. Just going to say, not really to anyone, but anyone who can hear her is welcome to, but just sort of say like, I think something's going on.
There are men in the woods on a camping trip. Of course something's going on. They're here to find themselves.
How do you mean?
you all see the curtains touch as he is like looking back out, and when he sees you looking at him, they swoop shut again.
I don't think it is just men trying to find themselves in the woods. Honestly. I'm not sure. He feels bad.
On that note, because I think that's a great scene-ending line, I think we're going to switch on over to Charlie and Eden in the woods, having had a
Do the
really pleasant
voice.
afternoon. Uh,
Oh yeah,
I
voice.
did.
Just for
Okay,
Eden. Just for Eden.
just for Eden. Just for Eden. Okay. So you guys are putting your clothes back on, and it's all you know, very nice. And she sort of stretches on the ground, and she says, "Oh, I needed that."
I'm glad I could deliver.
So you've never really talked about your brothers. What's their deal?
I mean, they're my brothers. What else is there to know?
Hmm. She makes just kind of a sort of a thoughtful face, and smirks a little and starts sort of putting her clothes back on and uh uh gives you a little kiss and says, "Well, I will see you tonight, right?
Oh, you certainly will, Eden.
Looking forward to it." As you guys are walking back to the cabins, um the uh you're kind of walking down little deer trails. Charlie, you're good at this. Like you can follow these trails. This is kind of your element. It's very much not Eden's element. She kind of did the thing where she did not pack the right kind of shoes for this. She either has heels or ballet flats, neither of which are great right now. So you're probably at some point giving her a piggyback ride.
Oh, definitely. I was going to say, like, Charlie would definitely offer that, especially because I think she was also even barefoot, so, like, quadruply so.
I'm so offended at this.
Am I characterizing you too accurately, Tracy?
Yeah,
You own perfectly good hiking shoes that you will wear hiking.
I will.
I've seen you do it.
Yeah.
You do not refuse to pack sensible shoes. Well, you might.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she you're giving her a piggyback ride back. And on the way out, you kind of hear something in the woods. It's probably getting to be later in the evening at this point by the time you're heading back. The sun's kind of going down, and it gets dark early-ish here just because the sun goes behind the hills. And you hear something a little odd in the woods. Sun has gone down and the moon has come up, and long ago somebody left with the cup. But
is he going the distance?
Is he going for speed? Anyway, you both hear something, and Eden's just like, "What's that? Do you hear something?"
And I think Charlie definitely pauses and sort of angles his body towards the sound and says, "Yeah, I heard something there."
Oh, shit. You see off in the woods, when you sort of squint and look, and Eden's not making this easy. She's like putting her hands on your head. She's like groping you a little bit. And but you are able to see off in the woods, kind of a shadow, but a human shaped figure like moving. You hear a little bit of rustling, but they're too far away for you to make out, and they kind of like disappear behind a like some an old building, like a building that's kind of been eaten by the woods, an old ruin.
I think Charlie makes note of that and just is trying to like focus on that for a moment in the midst of everything that Eden is doing, and then he just kind of turns his head and does one of those like somewhat awkward kisses when you're trying to kiss someone who is on you piggyback style, and then says, "Oh, I think it was just a hiker, but it is the woods, could be a bear, so we should probably get back to camp."
Bears? Did you hear that story about that bear who like ate like a pound of cocaine?
I have not heard that story, but as we're walking back, you should tell me.
It's fucking wild. She proceeds to tell you the story about the bear that ate cocaine. And yeah, so you guys get back to the house. Charlie, Finn, like, as soon as you get back, Finn, like, come inside. like looking super serious.
And I feel like Charlie's probably just like saying goodbye to Eden, probably with a few final kisses, and sees that though, and then it's like, all right, yeah, and then just looks to Eden and says, "Well, I'll be seeing you later."
You know it. And she like looks at Finn and she like winks at him too. Which, it's Eden. She's done this with every dude ever. And half of the girls. She's just kind of like that.
Charlie doesn't love that it's directed at his brother, but he lets that go, especially with how serious Finn looks.
Yeah. He like drags you inside, and I assume the others can all the other girls can probably see that if you are paying attention to the house at all at this point. This is now a couple hours past.
Yeah.
Unless one of you decides to like really fuck with things and like show up with a pitcher of tea on his porch just to fuck with him, because that would also be hilarious.
I was gonna say, I think at a certain point, Robin maybe like hucked his extra yoga mats back on the porch and like suggested that we go start like getting ready for the dance. So like picking out outfits, doing makeup, pre-gaming. She does take his shirt. She dries it out. She's gonna see about convincing Andy to wear it tonight.
That's interesting.
I love that. I love that so much.
So she does take that in, and she's like, it would be really cute, with some like high-waisted shorts, just kind of like semi-tucked, and then like a nice little off-the-shoulder cardigan. You can pull it down over your shoulder, just like be really cute. It's a nice color.
It's also definitely like a college university like baggy like black shirt with like college university logo on the front of it.
I'm definitely gonna try to coax Andy into wearing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can, because that's a conversation starter.
Speaking of conversation starters, the second you walk in, second Finn pulls you in, the first thing out of his mouth is, "She's dead."
Who's dead?
The girl. One of the girls over there. She's a fucking ghost, Finn. Charlie.
I get so freaked out you forget your own name.
Listen, it is early in the morning. I need coffee. Either more or less coffee. I'm not sure which.
Okay, I mean, how do you know that, Finn?
I just looked at her. Like, sometimes you just look, you just, sometimes and I touched her. Oh God. She's fully dead. She's fully dead. That is fully a ghost over there in that house. I don't know what the fuck is going on with all those other girls. What do we fucking do?
I mean, we don't have to do anything. I mean, this can just be a trip. It doesn't have to be like that.
How are we gonna keep? Okay.
Which one? Which one is it?
The blonde hair with the blue. He also has kind of like long. He's sort of like pulling on his own hair, like the blonde with the blue, with the blue hair, and the one who looks dead, dude. Like once you fucking look at them, it's not fucking like not obvious. It's like how is nobody else fucking seeing this? How are we gonna keep Riley and Thomas from noticing and flipping their fucking wigs?
I mean, we could go home. I mean, I don't want to fucking do that, but we could just leave.
How do we? We need an excuse, man. We need some kind of excuse to leave if we're gonna just go. Like, I don't.
Like, Dad called us, and we've got to go handle some business. I mean,
With what Riley did, I don't think Dad's gonna fucking call us anytime soon.
wait, what did Riley do?
All right, we promised we weren't gonna spread it around, but so Riley's got this girl in town, right? She got knocked up. So Dad's pissed because he's never even met her. And now, so he doesn't know if she's going to be like down with the family. And he's trying to figure that shit out, right? Like, so yeah, see, he's not happy right now. He's not going to be calling us. And that's why we're up here and there's no fucking mission, right? Because he's just like, if you're going to be a father, your family's got to fucking come first, you little shit. And, you know, so on and so forth.
Yeah, that sounds like Dad.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, saying that Dad called that yeah. Okay.
It's not gonna fucking work.
We could so when I was hiking, I saw something. Maybe we could
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure,
yeah,
you were
hiking, whatever.
Yo, I'm distracted, but not so distracted that I did not notice who you were hiking with.
Yeah.
High five.
Well,
High five, by the way.
yeah, I guess this deserves to be celebrated. All right. Anyways, when I was out there, I saw something. It might have just been a hiker or something. It could have been a bear, but maybe we send Thomas and Riley to check that out. Make sure it's nothing weird.
Keep them distracted.
Yes.
All right. I like it. Okay. Oh, fuck. They were all so hot. Ah. Okay. Shit.
I appreciate your priorities. Yeah.
Listen, I thought I was just gonna have like a normal camping trip where I met hot girls and like got to like be around hot girls, and no, they're fucking dead.
I mean,
fucked up, man.
Not all of them are dead.
Can we make that an incentive? Hiking with hot girls. I feel like that's on brand for us.
It's on brand for us. I feel like there's a certain point where it shifts from being like, hey, this is a donation incentive, to being like actual prostitution. So, like that, like the girlfriend experience, it seems a little more maid cafe than we're really aiming for here.
We're hedging some lines.
That's part of the 5-year plan for LFTA when they open their maid cafe.
Yeah.
When we open that property, that'll be.
Whoa.
Yes.
Cult compound.
Cult compound. Sorry, not to derail things.
All right.
Too spot on.
We're that's please for everyone, for all of our FBI agents who are listening, in Minecraft.
In Minecraft.
We will be opening brothels in Minecraft.
Yes. Hiking with hot girls. Anyway.
Don't worry about the logistics.
So now, what is going to happen now? We're going to sort of elide what happens next a little bit. Riley and Thomas come home. You guys are like, "Oh, spooky guy in the woods," and they're like, "It's hikers, man." They totally don't buy it. They eventually are like, "Fine, tomorrow morning we'll go check it out." Jesus Christ. But they're both like, "No. Hot girls. Other hot girls saw other hot girls and dance party tonight." dance party tonight.
You
Every
are
time,
sick son
basically
of a
at this point, every
Can't kill
time
that
you
dog.
guys are like, oh, this is really spooky.
He's the
One or the
bad
other of
guy.
them says,
You
dance
All the bad guys.
party tonight. And they are absolutely not paying attention to your shit. Ladies, you are all getting dressed, getting ready for this dance party tonight. And we are going to take, I think, a 10-minute break. If that's okay with everybody, refresh some coffees, and run to the ladies' room. If you would like to make donations in this time frame, please tell us what you donated in chat in case we don't, while we're away, we miss the thing. We are, as always, doing our fundraising event. This is for Extra Life. You can give people advantage, you can give people disadvantage, you can make me talk in a silly voice, you can make me adjust my lipstick. These are the things you can do on this channel today. But for now, we will be going on a 10-minute break. We will see you shortly. All right, welcome back to Monsterhearts. Welcome back to Stalker in the Woods, a live from the Apocalypse production for Extra Life, where we are playing Monsterhearts, an unapologetically horny campaign. As I said previously, you can donate $1 and cause me to give you a shout out. And to adjust my lipstick, you can donate $5, get a shout out, and give our players advantage. $10 will give our players disadvantage on a roll. And $15 will cause me to talk in a silly voice. After the break, I am switching up my silly voice. You can now cause me to speak like this for a solid 60 seconds of in-game play. If you would like to do that, please donate. It goes all to a very good cause.
The chillins.
To the
It's
children.
for the children.
You
All right.
monsters, as opposed to Monsterhearts.
All right.
Oh no, 1 second. I have to let out my roommate's cat who snuck in here while my door was open.
Yep. Pet alert.
Because Ever is the sort who will create chaos in the background if I don't do what she demands.
So I know you want the Rhode Island grandma voice, but I can really only do that voice while I have laryngitis. I actually need to be ill to do my proper Rhode Island.
Yeah, I'm with Bedlam here.
Permissible.
It's not that it's a Rhode Island voice, it's that the line I always say in that voice is Rhode Island is neither a road nor an island, discuss. That's anyway, you are all heading to the dance party. This dance party is in there is a sort of a stage set up, kind of a concrete floor. It's kind of a barn with a little like a stage attached, as opposed to like where you'd keep construct farm equipment. And so it's open on the sides, but it does have a roof for inclement weather. The weather is kind of nice tonight, maybe some scattered showers, but like it's warm, it's springtime, the air smells very fresh, except as the closer you get to the place, it starts to smell like Axe body spray, as is the nature of these events. The band that's setting up seems like sort of they seem like fine, like a cover band. They'll do like, we'll say they'll do like pop punk songs because that's what I want to hear. The and But pop punk cover band sounds like the worst thing in the world, so your mileage may vary. Yes, the concert gets started. The Owens brothers are all there, wearing their just either their like most like peacocky, like tight shirt, tight pants. Like I'm looking like trying to be like real cool, like leather jacket. In the case of Finn, um, just not really giving a shit in the case of Thomas, just sort of like t-shirt and jeans in case of Thomas. Carhartts for Riley. What about
As far as the eye can see.
as far Carhartts, as far as the eye can see. That's those for those of you who are not rednecks, that's those brown coveralls that mechanics will wear.
DIY
And
bands wear them now too.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. DIY bands wearing Carhartts.
And lesbians, but like
Yes.
I can put the Dickies back on.
Yeah.
it's a pretty tight Venn diagram, is all I'm saying.
Yeah. Farmers, rednecks, DIY bands, and lesbians. Yeah.
Yeah, that
I-
tracks.
I want to ask what a DIY band is, but I don't want this to turn into a
don't
half-hour
have time.
treatise from Focus. So
We do not have time.
All you need to know is band wears Carhartts. Moving on.
Philadelphia.
Hey,
Philadelphia.
That gives the answer.
Now,
So Charlie.
Charlie. What are you wearing?
Good boy, Charlie.
Charlie,
What's your
your slut outfit look like?
Yeah.
So I think initially Charlie seems to have kind of found a middle ground between what his different siblings are wearing. Like he is probably in his nicest, least ripped pair of jeans, and actually in a button down. But I think as the concert goes on, the button down starts to become unbuttoned, and he is wearing a form-fitting tank top underneath.
Nice. All right.
Good choice.
Good choices.
I'm kind of seeing this as the Pira Dve look in Nona.
Yes.
That's a reference just for us. All right, ladies, how are you going? So Eden is absolutely going full fest girl. She's got like feathers braided in her hair. You don't actually know how she has done this like to herself, but she's got the full like festival girl, like lots of little braids, feathers and things up in her hair, and like is wearing some like elaborately beaded slip dress and heels that are like she's wearing like 6-inch heels with that she has managed. She is glued like with super glue. You actually all
Yeah,
saw her
just
at this at the
fucking
table.
grip it,
You know
grip
those
it, baby.
wine glass, those
Slop
plastic
that
wine glass
down, dude.
stems.
Shit,
She's
yeah,
glued
dude.
those little
Crack
circles
one
at
for
the bottom of
big
the plastic
boy.
wine glass stems to the bottoms of the heels so that she can walk on the grass in her heels.
They actually make things
they
to
make
slip
those.
on. Yeah. Sorry.
That's
She's rich
really
enough.
good.
She might have the really unnecessarily expensive version when it's still just a piece of plastic.
No, she absolutely does. I think she's bitching that she
$20.
$20. All right. Should that trigger my
A
should
voice?
that trigger the voice?
I think so.
I think it's kind of gotta.
Yeah.
All right. So she's sitting at the table completing her toilet, and what are the rest of you ladies wearing? What are you doing? You clearly have an idea.
Yeah, of course I do. So I am wearing like so she's going all in. So I'm gonna have 2 braided buns as well, but I didn't bring anything like quite as over the top as her. So I'm trying to like mishmash pieces of outfits together that I had in mind. So I think I'm gonna end up in these braided buns and then a short leather skirt and a bathing suit top. That's like kind of it was like pin-up-y old school. So it's like there and thin straps and like cute enough to make it actually work, but it was not absolutely not intended for this purpose.
she looks at you and she says, "Oh, girl, that looks so cute. Uh, that is not a mashup of voices I thought I was going to have to do today." Uh,
Go on though.
Love this.
Get
she
it.
begins to sort of adjust. She gives you those little rhinestone stickers. She gives you a couple of little rhinestone stickers to sort of put on your face and on your ears and over your eyebrows, and she helps you out with that. She really enjoys decorating people. Does anybody else have any costumes that they would like to describe for us?
Yeah. So Robin is wearing those the wide weave black fishnets that come up like mostly to like the midpoint of your waist under some like black denim cutoff shorts. So like you can see where it rises above. And for her top, she's wearing like what was at one point like a sorority uh sweatshirt that she has cropped and has distressed, and it's like shredded in places. Uh the collar has been cut off type of thing. So it's still got the big baggy sleeves, but the rest of it is like loose. The back is like draped, and underneath of it she's wearing a like maroon red like lace bralette underneath. And she's just got some like regular black sneakers on, and then the rest of the kind of drama is like in like body glitter, like spray, like kind of like an iridescent like white and blue kind of icy like body glitter. She's done that effect on her makeup that makes her look cold, like you make your lips look like kind of like overly chapped, like the really glossy kind of lip.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what she does. And she doesn't really do much with her hair besides like tussles it and just lets it go. But then that's where she is today.
Excellent, excellent. All right. So I imagine with your body glitter, you're kind of going for the vibe of like anything you like rub against or touch, that kind of
Like-
cat thing where you're like marking
like,
your territory with glitter.
This is mine, and this is mine, and this is
Beautiful.
mine.
Beautiful. Oh, thank you for your donation, Jen, to my extra life. I will be crocheting you a scarf.
Woo!
The okay. Anybody else? Andy?
Yeah, if Robin expressed an interest in like dressing Andy, she would have been powerless to protest. So she would have just let Robin dress her up like a doll. So I guess she's wearing if I'm to understand, she is wearing what is essentially an Animal House college shirt that is too large, tucked into high-waisted shorts, denim shorts, with like an off-the-shoulder cardigan, probably the same one she was wearing earlier. And if Robin is like marking her territory with glitter, Andy would have like gone out of her way to make herself accessible for that, basically. To be like, it'd be real silly if you just like put that all over me. That'd be crazy.
Just so silly. Just like such a silly idea, guys.
Does Robin?
What if we just like rolled around in the glitter together?
Does Andy ask Robin to do her eyeliner like that one viral picture of the girls doing each other's eye makeup?
Yeah, I mean, almost certainly. I don't think Andy could ask for something like that, like without not being able to finish a sentence. But given the opportunity, she would absolutely not protest or like stop you.
Oh,
I feel like
no, you're
Eden would just to do shenanigans would be the one to suggest, be like, you should do her eyeliner.
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah, you definitely absolutely. No, Eden is very into you guys doing her eyeliner, and she actually probably comes over and like starts braiding a feather into your hair as well. And at this point, she's like, "Oh my god, we should all wear feathers.
I
We should all wear feathers."
do like feathers. Yeah.
So she starts braiding little green. You don't have to do that. Braiding little green uh colored
Oh,
uh uh pheasant feathers into your hair. So my mother is getting craft supplies for my son,
oh,
but she crawled into the room so as not to show up on camera.
I
But
see.
I have it. I have it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I 100% thought your mom was Bazooka.
Zuka. Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Yep.
Yvette is here though.
Yeah,
Okay.
but how is the fridge?
Yeah,
The fridge is fine. Hi.
Is it
The
running?
refrigerator is fine. We're not sure. It keeps tripping a fuse. We don't know what's going on. Anyway, the fridge is fine. It's plugged into a new outlet. It'll be great. Anyway, so yeah, she's braiding these little colored pheasant feathers into everyone's hair so that you're all kind of
Mhm.
like matching.
I think
How?
I was gonna say, I
Go
think
ahead.
also just as a tangent to continue to mark her territory everywhere, I think she encourages, I think Robin encourages some of the like the face gems to also be like on Marissa's stomach, like it like a fake belly button ring type of
Mm.
thing.
Ooh.
She just like reaches over and she like runs her hand. She's like, I think they would look really cute there. Oh,
Whatever you
Are
think.
Yeah,
you
I got distracted.
are
we're
you
getting
rolling to
rated.
turn? Are you rolling to turn someone on?
No, I'm just doing this.
Okay. All right.
I am now.
Oh, holy moly. Yeah, we have been rated.
Oh.
Welcome to our Monsterhearts campaign. We are raising money for Extra Life, and we are a whole bunch of horny monster college students about to get into trouble. That's what we're doing here today. We do have a donation incentives for Extra Life. You can donate $1 to get a shout out and cause me to refresh my terrible blue lipstick. You can donate $5 to give our players advantage, $10 to give them disadvantage, and $15 to cause me to run this session in a very silly voice for the next 60 seconds. These are your options. We'd love you to stay for a while. Right now, we're talking about clothes. Everybody's favorite thing to hear about on Twitch.
Got to talk about that fit.
Got to talk about that fit.
Fit checks.
Fit check. And
get-
it is to our hollow.
Oh,
Grace,
yes.
what's going on? What do you?
I think Grace is wearing like kind of very comfortable casual compared to everybody else, of like almost like track pants, tank top, and then one of those like cropped sweatshirts that are so useless where it's just like the sleeves
Tits
and
are
then
out.
it ends there. So it's just
Yeah.
like tits, tank top, sleeves, like track pants. So coming off super cash, but in that like I'm absolutely trying, but like trying not to look like I'm trying sort of fit.
Perfect. You definitely also get belly button ring, like belly button jewelry, and
Yeah, I think the take is
Eden.
like a little bit like cropped almost, of just like coming almost like just down to like bottom of the rib cage. So like there's definitely like midriff showing.
Yes.
Eden's like, oh my god, we are going to be the hottest girls there tonight. Absolutely, we are going to knock them dead. And yeah, so you all.
I also enjoy a bunch of people in their 30s trying to describe what we think is like hot young college girl.
No, it's
wear
totally
at
what I
this
would wear. Like literally,
Oh yeah.
I am wearing a crop top. Like
I was gonna say, like, the thing is, I own some of these things now.
Yeah.
I do not. I am a parent. I don't have time.
I'm
The
just
thing
taking all
is-
of my
Energy.
cues from TikTok at this point. Like that's my window into the youth. So
the youth.
the youth.
These youths.
The thing
All
is,
right.
my outfit was described as jorts, a t-shirt, and a cardigan, all of which I wear on a regular basis.
That's true.
So,
It's true.
Listen,
It's true. I'm pretty sure JD is also just wearing his outfit.
Yeah, actually, that's a
not
good
in a
point.
tank top, but yeah,
Yeah,
the
we
90s fashion is a cyclical trend. So whatever you wore when in the 90s is back. The 90s and early 2000s, it's just what happens. I love it.
Except
I
I
lived in
wasn't
Germany in the
fashionable
90s,
when I was
so-
a youth, so I just wore a lot of graphic tees and jeans, which is not club wear.
Oh, I wore
chickadee. Same vibe. No time, no energy. I have this ideal where basically I want to dress like oh god, what's her face? The chick who she's in Game of Thrones, the pointy lady, the pointy girl who I love. Never mind. We'll go on too long. But anyway, I can't pull it off.
Marjorie Tyrell.
Yeah,
she's not pointy.
Yeah.
She's got a cute button
pointy.
nose.
Pointy. Yeah.
She's got a very pointy chin.
I like her.
She's got a very heart-shaped face and a very button nose.
Anyway, style icon.
Yes, also
Can't
she
pull it off.
drips like sex appeal
just
in
so
everything
sexy,
she wears. And it's like none of her outfits are practical for literally anything except standing there looking amazing.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I'm very much hiking pants and a nursing top is what I've got these days. Moving on from fashion, we are all going to the concert, to the party. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
You guys get there, the band is playing, it's crowded, there's a whole lot of other people there. The Owens, you all see the ladies, you all see the Owens brothers. Owens brother, you see the ladies. Eden, of course, does this I don't even know you, and disappears into the crowd. Any of you ladies who were interested in just kind of sowing chaos, who saw the Owens get so very creeped out, Robin, would you are you going to approach these people who have one of whom has become terrified of you, and the other of whom is Charlie? Would you say that you and Eden are, how obvious would you say you guys are being? Are people going to have to roll to figure out that you guys are absolutely fucking?
Not at all. No, I think they're being. I think we're being incredibly obvious.
Yeah. So you just think, oh my god, you bumped into me. I don't even know you, you handsome stranger.
I feel like, yeah.
I love
feel like
seeing
Eden definitely
Della's take on what being overtly flirtatious looks like. This is
it's Della's take on what being overtly flirtatious with Charlie Owens would look like. What would work for Charlie? So
good
yeah,
boy, Charlie.
She's sort of doing this sort of routine on you, and you absolutely see that, and you know this man's brother is fucking petrified, Robin. And Charlie, you also know your brother's fucking petrified.
Mm-hmm.
But you know why.
And I think Charlie is, first of all, Charlie does genuinely want to enjoy this evening with Eden. And I think he's also like, we're keeping it cool and it's going to look really sus if I'm acting off. So he's really just trying to lean into flirting with Eden and aiming to get out on the dance floor if that's at all possible.
All right. Dancing happens. What Robin, what are you doing? What are you doing to stir some shit?
Well, I have Andy, who I have made my co-conspirator in this, whether she is fully aware or okay with it or not.
Finn sees it and is just like, oh fuck. His brother's like, dude, is that your shirt up top? What? No high five? No high five? Did you just steal your fucking shirt? What the hell?
How'd she get that?
How did you get that, man? I don't want to
She spilled tea on it. She soiled it.
And then she cleaned it, and then she wore it.
Yep.
This.
So this is
Yep.
the power play. I continue to initiate the power play by hurting as much of the group who stayed. I don't know if Grace kind of followed Eden or if Grace just kind of like stationed out, but I think I'm going to herd Andy onto the dance floor on the very deliberate like edge and continue this cat and mouse game of just taunting them at this point.
I think I would have followed, but then once I was sort of seeing again the reaction from Finn, I think I would actually have like grabbed Marissa's arm and be like, "Hey, I want a drink. Come with me."
Yeah, this cat and mouse game has moved more into like the praying mantis stage of things, of taunting things.
So what with Marissa and Grace gone, Finn like sort of visibly relaxes and he sort of goes off and he starts dancing. He's off dancing with some other people now. Sort of like forgets he's gonna go dance. You two at the bar, Marissa and Grace at the bar are hanging out, and at this point, Thomas comes and sort of sidles up, stands next to Grace, says, "So, what's an entity like you doing in a place like this?"
Trying to get a drink so you can help or you can stop distracting us so that we can.
I can get you a drink. Yeah, I'll buy this round. He calls over the bartender, orders some drink.
Grace actually looks displeased by this.
He knows, does not care. Absolutely. Absolutely not giving a shit. But seriously, you were not what I was expecting. By the way,
shutting someone down is a thing, though, right?
Yes, you can shut someone down. It is a move.
I think I'm gonna, because I'm uncomfortable, and I'm an uncomfortable person, entity. So I'm gonna be like, actually, I think I'm like allergic to that drink, and we were having a good time without you. So thanks for the drink. And
are you trying to get rid of me?
Yes.
I can take it. My ego's big enough.
I can roll cold if you want.
Go ahead, roll cold, because I want to see how.
10.
Oh,
right?
10.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Rolling
Hell
cold,
yeah.
10. You get to choose one from below.
That's gonna stick with him.
All right. Marissa has a string on Thomas. So Thomas is gonna say, "All right, no worries." He's gonna again look directly at Grace and just say, "Have a good night. I'll see you around."
Leave my friend alone.
And he's gonna walk away, and you see at this point, you two see sort of dancing up. Eden actually dances up to Thomas.
Girls playing with fire.
In the crowd, Charlie, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of people. There's like a crush of people. This is like for you initially, this is a little bit frightening. You're used to being around a lot of people, but not like this, not with this like push and pull, this kind of physicality. And at first it's always a little tense, but then there's that sort of release as you just kind of relax into the motion of everything. It's very physical, and you're like looking around, and everyone is just having a good time. It feels so good to forget who you are for just a little. And you're kind of just looking off into space for a little bit when Eden looks at you and says, "I'm sorry, am I boring you?"
Of course not, Eden. Of course not.
I've been talking for like the past 5 minutes and you have not said a single goddamn word, and you have not even been looking at me in my eye. What is with you?
I was going with the vibe. I was going with the vibe.
Going with the vibe. You were going with the vibe. You're going with the vibe, and you weren't going with that slut's trousers.
Eden,
Trousers.
Who the fuck does that?
Trousers.
That
Sorry.
bitch in the panties over there? That's not what you were looking at? I think that's the vibe you were going with. I think you want to give her a vibe.
Ooh.
Eden, how could I look at anyone other than you? You're captivating.
Or you think you're slick. You think you're so fucking slick. Try it on the panties. And she's gonna like
I don't understand.
She's going to this is the queen becoming her darkest self.
Yep.
She is just absolutely like, you are absolutely not going to be. No, I'm not. You're not listening. You're not paying attention. You don't want me here. Fine. I'll go. And unless you try to make a move, she's going to storm off.
I think Charlie isn't going to make a move. I think he's realizing he needs to take a moment for himself, first of all, before he does anything, and like is still trying to wrap his head around what the fuck just happened. So I think by the time he sort of realizes I should go after her, he's definitely lost her in the crowd.
Okay. So that's at the point where you guys see her sort of go straight up to Thomas.
Such
Andy and not Grace.
Robin.
Andy and Robin. You're standing there. Finn's gone to dance off into the crowd. Somebody else actually comes over to you guys. Another guy. He's got tall and skinny and with sort of trendy glasses, not like big nerd Coke bottle glasses, sort of like nice looking glasses, and sort of that kind of like puffy hair, comes over and sort of says, hey, I saw you guys hanging out here. I haven't seen you around these parties before. Did you guys just come into town?
My wife and I liked your vibe.
My wife and I liked your vibe.
Haven't seen you around before. Can we buy you a drink?
The vibe this guy is putting off is not so much my wife and I like your vibe as it is, I learned how to talk to girls from reading books.
I happen to be
the internet has many videos on this subject, and I have watched them all.
But respectfully.
So
yeah, he's Yeah, that's the vibe you're getting. It's just ladies.
I think,
Uh,
yeah. Do you have something you want to do? Because I have.
I mean,
words to-
Andy does not want this man here. So Andy, I think, is going to try to shut him down. I think she's going to look at him and say, I think she's going to look at him. I don't know. I don't think I can do two moves at once, but like, I don't know. She's going to look at him and she's going to say, we're actually, we're together. And she's going to grab Robin's hand.
Ooh.
So bold.
So
Okay.
my main goal here is to shut this guy down. But in the process, I might be turning someone on. I don't know how you want to shake that out.
Ooh.
I'm so angry at this.
I'll let you make both roles. So
right.
because you are doing two different things. You are shutting him down, but you're also trying to turn on Robin, right?
I am
So
not like intentionally. Like I think Andy's mindset is that she and Robin are on the same page. Neither one of them wants this guy here talking to them. So she's like doing the whole like fake being a couple thing, thinking that it's going to get him to go away. Could very easily have the opposite effect. Andy doesn't realize that. She's very innocent.
I remember those.
However,
Mhm.
in the process, she might be stirring something.
Okay. Yeah, do it. So this is
Cool.
for turning this guy off, for shutting this guy down.
Shutting this guy down, I got a 7.
Okay.
So choose one from below, but you come across poorly, and then give you a condition in return. I don't love that, but
Okay.
Oh no.
I guess gain a condition. I guess I would put a condition on him to make him go away. I don't know which one that would be.
Yeah, what condition would you what would you say you want? How do you want him to feel about this?
How do conditions work in Monsterhearts? Is it a list of them or do you just make them up?
There may be a list somewhere. I do not have access to it. So
That's
just make them
fine.
up. We've been making them up.
I guess I'm gonna give him the rejected condition
Okay. Yeah.
or
He does
something.
not.
Rejected.
He looks really hurt. Like he was kind of like psyching himself up to talk to these ladies, and damn, he feels shut down way harder than that. Like, oh, actually, we're together would. So you're going to take the condition, bitchy, because the way that's how you came across, is you came across as bitchy.
I feel like coming across as bitchy can only fuel my turn someone on roll for
Yeah,
Robin.
just
Just putting
fucking
that out
rip
there.
it, baby.
You know what? I'll
Somebody
give you
do it.
advantage. I'll give you
Yeah,
advantage
crack
on
one
that.
for the big boy.
Hell yeah.
So roll, turn someone on. Oh, we've just got a donation, I believe.
We did. We just got a donation from Tracy's coworker.
Oh, yay!
Yay!
For how much? Just to
I did not take note of that. I'm sorry. I think
okay.
it was for $20, $10. I'm not sure. Sorry.
It's just going to tell the difference between
$30. $30. Thank you so much.
$30. Thank you so much.
I think that counts as 120 seconds of a sewing voice.
Full
Give us the
on
voice.
Well, I suppose if you insist.
Alex
I
coworker.
suppose
Got
if
it.
you
Sorry.
insist. We will do
Sometimes hard to read the text.
100.
Thank you, Chad.
Yes, thank you, Chad. You have done this. Look upon your works. Anyway, what did you get for your turn someone on roll?
With advantage, which is just a +1, you said?
+1, yes.
Then it's a 9.
Gotten a 9. Excellent. Is this something you're intending to resist, Robin?
I don't think so. I think she's here at this point and she's just like, whatever.
So
she's very much like, you know, she had an intent to just like try to like torment that some people tonight, but like she's fine with a diversion. The night is young.
So with this, you do get to choose one of the reactions. You can give her a string, or you can give yourself to her, promise her something you think she wants, or get
Ooh.
embarrassed and act awkward.
I think with this, Robin's gonna kind of like perk up at this display. And she's gonna I think in her mind she's like, "Ooh, this is the like the moment of confidence that Andy needs." Like she's kind of been like observing Andy since she joined the sorority and been like kind of like steadily trying to hedge her and push her more and more to being more just like out there. And so she's going to perk up at this, and I think I'm going to go with I give myself to you, and in this like moment of like I'm going to sell the bit, she just like reaches over and just like full on kisses her.
Plants one right on her lips.
Just like she's just like, "Ooh, this is what we're doing," and just
I'm going to give this to you guys because the way we're doing sex moves in this game is that it's any physical intimacy that you have the opportunity to lose yourself in, as opposed to simply just intercourse. What does this trigger either of your sex moves? Do you lose yourself in this moment?
For sure. Yeah. Because even though she's never admitted it to herself, or like at least not openly, I mean, this is what Andy has wanted to happen. So that's interesting. So sex moves are triggered, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, yours is at least. I don't know if this is something that
Okay.
is this something Robin loses herself in as well. So yours is definitely
Got it.
triggered.
well, I don't think so for Robin. Because for Robin, this is still very much like an environmentally driven, like situational thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Robin has weighed it quite so heavily. I also think Robin has probably
a girl
just
is not a big deal for Robin, probably.
Yeah, kissing a girl is not a big deal for Robin. She's like, this is definitely not the only member of this sorority that Robin has kissed. Robin isn't picky. She just likes chaos.
Okay. So why don't you read out what your sex move is?
Mine is that the
That would have been a
dark
great
power.
sentence.
It's true. Mine is that the dark power within me loses a string on me and gains a string on whoever I had sex with.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So here's how that's going to work. You have this amazing kiss, Andy, and as sometimes happens, um, when you kind of lose yourself in a moment, you feel the presence of the angel so much more powerfully. And she always has kind of encouraged you to uh, perceive and understand your body in terms of worship, and in terms of of loving both what what your body can do, and what it can do for you, and what it can do for others. Um, so you feel Gabby, then you feel her presence, and you almost feel her presence move through you in a way so that it feels like there's this moment of almost perfect communion between not just you and Robin, but all three of you. And Robin, from your end,
Yep.
you've just pulled off this move, and you can like feel it. You can like, with those fey senses that are just like so attuned to all of the threads of drama, you just shut this guy down. He's off. He's walking away sadly, and you feel something, a sort of slip past your guard, and it doesn't feel bad or malicious. What it feels like is another hand crept up, because you are very aware of Andy's hands clenched desperately at her sides because she doesn't know what to do with them. But you feel a hand sort of run through your hair, nails scratching delicately against your scalp.
Hmm. Okay.
And yeah, I mean, I think after a little while, Andy will sort of break the kiss just to like take a breath and look completely like, she kind of just looks like disheveled. She's like breathing kind of hard. Like you can tell the effect that like you can, if you weren't aware before that this kiss had more of an effect on Andy than it did on Robin, you are now very aware of that. And she's just kind of like staring at you with like her eyes wide, looking very confused.
I think Robin just kind of like gives her like a cheeky little smile and just like a swat like at her butt, and it's like, come on, let's dance. And is just going to herd you further into.
Oh yeah.
She's not really gonna give you time to think about it. She's like, let's go. Let us continue to overstimulate you.
Excellent.
I think it would be awful and very interesting if I saw this.
You want
Yes. Yes, you see it. You see this whole interaction. You're kind of like leaving the bar.
I think actually, sorry, I wanted to, for the whole reason I dragged her off is I feel like Grace was dragging Marissa over specifically to try to be like, you need to stay away from those boys, like sort of things. And then like is like trying to impart on Marissa the importance of do not go near those boys, when that then is happening over Grace's shoulder and like just gone. Like Marissa just stops paying attention.
I'm not even remotely engaged with anything right now. I'm just like done. Like what?
What do you do, Marissa?
So I'm gonna like, I don't want to say shut down. So I definitely want to no, I'm like a 20-year-old sorority girl. I'm gonna pound a shot, get another, walk out on the dance floor and find some dude.
Okay.
It literally can be whomever. This is just like I need attention on me, even though I don't like attention.
Okay. You are dancing, and you actually.
I feel like it's Thomas. You wanted to buy me a drink earlier.
It's not Thomas.
Oh,
it's not Thomas. It's Riley, probably. Riley, who is he starts dancing with you again. He also looks distracted. Like he's dancing with you, but in the same way that you're dancing with him, where
That's
you're dancing
perfect.
you're dancing for yourselves, but you're dancing around one another.
Near
It's parallel.
someone. Yeah.
It's parallel.
Parallel play.
It's parallel. And you do see, those of you who are looking at Finn, he clocks this and he's just like, fuck. So then we'll deal with him later. Actually, Finn is going to approach you, Grace, and is going to like a little bit sort of awkwardly in kind of a kind of a hands up, like peace keeping gesture. Like,
Well, what do you want?
Nothing. Just your friend.
What about my friend?
You just should be careful.
Is that a threat?
No, God, no, absolutely not. You seem nice, and you seem like a person who I don't think. I think your friend is lying to you, and about stuff. And I know you don't know me. You don't know me. Are you pointing to Marissa?
Yeah.
Yes. That friend. And look, just true, Malchus. I'm just.
Wait, aren't you one of the Owens?
Yes.
And you think I'm nice?
What? Finn rolled a 1 to clock what you were.
Beautiful.
He has a -1 to dark. He rolled a 12 for Tracy.
Let me guess. The older one over there is the smart brother.
Hey, fuck you. He's just gonna turn around and bail.
Grace said, "Get wrecked."
Get wrecked, Finn. You patronizing piece of shit.
It was not her smartest move because it's like, oh, this person could be an ally. Let me spit in their face.
Yep.
Once again, I think you're playing the horny game wrong.
Again, you had your shot. He put himself in your path. Speaking of people putting themselves in each other's path, the night continues. Everybody's dancing. Everybody's having fun. Charlie, you're probably having a little less fun right now because you cannot find Eden. Like she's in one of her moods. Later in the night, you guys keep dancing. You guys keep having fun. You continue stirring as much shit as you possibly can. You do all see. Walking as you're heading back to your houses, you see Eden and Thomas sort of disappearing off into the woods together.
I think Robin Cat calls him.
Thomas does not see who's responding, just immediately flies the bird.
I think I'm going to be pretty drunk at this point because I'm very disappointed and very in myself.
Mm-hmm.
And like just walking kind of behind the group I'm in a way.
Okay. Would you say that you're becoming your darkest self right now?
Oh no, am I?
Are you?
Yeah, let's do it.
So you become invisible, unnoticeable. Yep. No one can see, feel, or hear your voice.
Mm-hmm.
You escape your darkest self when someone acknowledges your presence and demonstrates how much they want you around. Okay. Fun.
Oh, no.
Got some darkest selves going on.
That's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. So speaking of darkest selves, Charlie, how your brother's doing the thing you asked him not to do.
Mm-hmm.
And your girl, your friends with benefits is apparently going to
real friendly. I think.
Can I pour some gasoline on the fire?
Fucking do it.
Which fire?
Which one?
There's so many
Charlie's
fires.
walking with us, seeing that, Andy is going to put a hand on his arm and just give him so much southern pity and just be like, oh my stars, bless your heart. That I would be so embarrassed. I'm so sorry. If that were me, I don't know if I could stand it. I just want to disappear.
Ha ha
Just like,
I've been knifed.
Whew.
Yeah, Charlie, like, already not feeling like this night has been his best, when he was so excited for it, and then seeing Eden and his brother walk off and then getting that southern pity, I think he just kind of gives like a brusque, yeah, I guess I have a lot to think about, and then walks off. And he was thinking about following. I think he still is. I think he's going to try to follow Eden and Thomas.
Okay.
Okay.
I think he's ready for a confrontation.
All right. You do not find them.
Ooh.
You do not find them. The how long do you stay out looking for them?
I think Charlie's probably out there looking for at least an hour. I
Okay.
think he also stays out on the porch when he comes back, like waiting for Thomas to return.
Okay. I would like you to let me see. Feel like this is definitely a roll. You have strings on your brother, and you have strings on Eden, I believe.
Mhm.
You could always try to pull on one of those strings um to spend a string to, you know, I will let you use one of those strings to add +1 to your roll. I'm going to tell you right now, you are not going to find them,
Okay.
but you may find evidence of them. I'll let you use one of those strings on either your family or Eden to add +1 to that roll.
I think I'm going to choose to burn a string on my brother because I think that's who Charlie is the angriest at. He knows how Eden can be, and I don't think he's mad at her for this, but I think he is mad at his brother.
Okay. Okay. All right. What I would like you to do is I would actually like you to roll volatile for this.
That is a failure at a 5.
So yeah, you are too mad, you are too drunk, it is too dark. You are furious. And one of the reasons why you're mad is this is not uh, this is a much bigger dick move than you were anticipating from any of your terrible siblings. So but you're just mad, and you do not find anything. You sit out on the porch all night, and you wake up the next morning to nobody else. One of your brothers, Riley, does come out at one point and is just like, "Dude, are you okay?"
Do I look like I'm okay?
Look, come inside.
This is fucking bullshit, Riley. This is such fucking bullshit.
You're not wrong, man.
Like, I didn't think that Thomas would cross a line like this. And I can't believe he's not fucking back.
I don't. No, you're right. This is fucking bullshit. This is absolute horseshit. He's being trash right now. But you're not gonna. You sitting out here on this porch all night is absolutely not gonna make that fucking better. It's gonna give you a neck ache. And then it'll make you more tired so that when I'm holding his arms behind his back and you're hitting him, it's going to be a lot harder to wind up. Because this is bullshit. We're not. I should have. I saw him. I saw him doing that, and I should have stopped him. I knew you were sweet on that girl.
I mean, it's an open relationship. It's fine, but it's not fine that it was with my brother. That's what's not okay. But if you're offering to hold his arms while I punch him, yeah, I'll trade that for coming inside.
Yo, I'm pretty sure he's the one who leaked it to Dad that I got Cindy pregnant. So, yeah.
He's being a fucking dick.
He's being a fucking dick.
I'll hold
Yo, I
his
know.
arms, and you can punch him too.
Sweet. Sweet. It's a deal. Yeah, I know. This is. We know you want to go to college, man. We know you want to go off and get off the compound. Like, we know. We're not. We see it, right? But that's what we're fucking afraid of. He was chill, but then he left. Now he came back, and he's such a dick. All the time. So.
I mean, how do we know that college made him that way, though? I mean,
I don't fucking think it did. I'm not saying it made any goddamn sense. I'm just telling you stuff.
All right, I'll come inside.
Okay. So you go in. Ladies, what after your evening, what do you do? What are your Do you wrap up the night in any way, shape, or form, or do you all just kind of fall into your beds? And
I am invisible.
You are literally invisible.
I'm
right now.
literally invisible.
It's true.
No one can see you.
Do we each have our own?
We're sharing. So
everyone's sharing. It's 2 and 2, and then Eden has her attic room.
I think it's absolutely Andy and Robin sharing.
I hate it. I wanted to share with Robin.
Doesn't really matter.
I want to I want to throw this. I feel like it's Marissa. I feel like Marissa is assertive enough that Marissa would have been have been like,
that's true.
No.
Andy's like, whatever works for everyone.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Robin and Marissa were sharing probably the room.
Grace literally doesn't care. It does not matter to Grace.
Yeah, that's
she's not part of this weird V.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think, given all of the events of today and like everything that Robin has put Andy through, I'm imagining Andy is just sort of lying there in bed. Like she kind of excuses herself and goes to bed and like does. I don't think she really drank much at the party. She kind of does her like full nighttime routine, and then is just lying in bed restlessly for like an hour, struggling with like what to. Like whether or not she wants to act on these feelings. And then I think after about an hour of that, I think I might roll Keep Your Cool to see.
Okay.
Because I think anybody who is, so everybody in the sorority would know that whenever the topic of like these sapphic liaisons within the sorority come up, Andy is always polite about it, but also always like slightly uncomfortable to disapproving. Even though she definitely like, I think probably everybody in the sorority has caught her staring at them more than once, but always on paper, sort of disapproving or uncomfortable with the situation. And I think this is just kind of her boiling over. So I'm going to see if she can control those feelings. And if Gabby wants to weigh in on that, she is welcome to. But
if Gabby's got strength, Gabby, you can absolutely spend a string to give her advantage or disadvantage on this roll. Not Gabby. Gabby could do it, but I also think that Gabby doesn't actually have any strings on you. You did not choose to give Gabby any strings.
She does now because I used dark
Oh, yes, you are correct.
prophecy or whatever it's called.
Yes, you did. You did.
Uncanny voices, rather. So she does have a string on me now, but
Okay. Yeah.
I also failed the roll, so I don't.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Excellent.
I don't think I need that. So I feel like the worst part of this is like depending on where Marissa is, she's gonna see this happen and not be able to like say or do anything. But Andy is going to eventually, not being able to like take it anymore, is going to like get up from her bed and as quietly as she can sneak over to Marissa and Robin's room and see if try to see, like, she's just gonna open the door and go in. If Marissa's not there, or at least not visible, then she's going to she's gonna walk over to Robin's bed and try to just like slip in next to her. And like if Robin's asleep, just like put an arm around her and sort of like bury her face in like the between Robin's shoulder blades. And she's like, I think, shaking and like not able to really verbalize, but Robin can probably figure out why she's there.
Robin's like, I think I've done more than I planned.
The consequences of my own actions.
We have, in this particular round, moved from fucking around to finding out.
Robin's like, oh.
And then back to fucking around, am I right?
Hey,
Maybe.
that depends on if Robin wants to take this further, I think.
It's true.
That's true.
Well,
if you're trying to figure it out, I could roll to turn someone on again, but
No, I'm here.
no, I know.
I'm literally in the. Well, actually, I don't know if you know that.
yeah, no,
I
you
mean,
are.
Andy doesn't. I do.
So you can
Well,
interact with objects.
Yeah, here's the question. If you lay in bed, does it look like there's a blanket
true.
over you?
That is the question.
Do you want it to? So you can interact with inanimate objects. So you can do
So
things.
no. So I am. I'm currently like laying on my bed, drunkenly like teary, uncomfortably drunk, but not like drunk.
Mhm.
We've all been there.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
exactly. I say that and y'all know what I mean. So so I
Recognized.
am seeing this happen and I'm already like in a way and I'm going to absolutely like take whatever's on the bedstand and it's just gonna like fall off. It's probably like it's a rental, so it's probably like an alarm clock and like
Mhm.
I don't know, a little container for jewelry, like a ring stand, and that's it.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna come off the table.
Crashing down. Clank, 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 clank.
Not the lamp. I'm not that dramatic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I think it's that Robin can't pretend to be asleep.
Gabby. Okay. One second. Gabby is going to use that string. You want to turn her on to tell you to turn Robin on.
Okay. All right. I don't even think that in that case, if Gabby's using the string, then I think there's like enough even supernatural influence that maybe it's not just that Andy ignores it. Andy might not even register that there was something that fell, that there was this loud crash, and she's basically unaware that anything strange is happening in the room. She's just very absorbed. But I think at that she like stops shaking, and I'm gonna roll. She's, I think, gonna like kiss Robin's neck, and I guess depending on, we'll see what happens. The string doesn't give me a bonus, does it? It just makes me do the thing.
Yes, this is compelling you to act. This is compelling you to foolhardy
Okay.
action.
Okay. Okay, cool. That's fine. Okay. I got a 10. So I gain a string on Robin, and you choose a reaction from below.
Okay. So I think Robin she kind of like was pretending to be asleep, kind of just like, all right. Not in like a bad way, but just in one of those things where she was just like, didn't really plan for this. She'd planned more for just like, again, just like light tormenting and teasing.
What are you
What's
listening
happening?
to?
Whose judgment?
Oh no, that was not supposed to be that.
Yeah, no, we can absolutely hear that.
My bad.
It's fine.
Current
Tucker,
coworker.
stop getting judgmental.
Yeah,
This is
Tucker.
fine.
Yeah, embrace the
Jeez.
D&D, bro.
Embrace
Embrace
the
it.
sapphic nature of sororities. Okay.
We're being fucking
Sorry.
weirdos.
Yeah. So it was like, but then when the clatter happens and she kind of startles a little bit, and then like she's getting ready to roll over and like she's not really sure what she's gonna do, but when Andy kisses her, she's just like, all right, and she will roll over and kiss her back.
Ooh. I think this is going to be a fade to black moment.
Yep.
And
this is going to trigger my sex move though.
Okay.
Which we'll have to address when we get out of the fade to black.
Yes. Okay. So we're going to fade to black for a moment, and we will resolve that. One of the things we are going to have to say at this point is, unfortunately, we only have about an hour, and we are unlikely to complete this story in an hour, which means that we will have to have a second episode
Oh
of
no.
Stalker in the Woods on LFTA. We will
Of weird horny monster game.
weird horny monster game. We're just gonna have to do it again. It'll be fine. Keep an eye out on the LFTA Twitter and on the LFTA Discord if you would like to join. The bot should be spamming those links. If you would like to see that again, we will continue running just for this game since it's going to be a special event, fundraising for Extra Life for a little while longer. I didn't discuss that with any admins. I just fucking decided it right now.
You are admin.
You are
Yeah, I am
admin.
admin. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
You're a special secret channel.
I'm in the special secret channel. Yeah. So yeah, keep an eye on our Discord, keep an eye out on our socials, and we will announce when we are having the next episode of this game. But moving forward, the next morning, you wake up, and it's it's a very pretty morning. It's very pretty. It's got that springtime in the mountains. Some of the trees are.
Can I interject like a suggestion or a thought maybe?
Please.
Just because like I don't know if Marissa like stays in the room and just like watches while all of this goes down. Or like is trying to like do more crazy moving stuff around and like things crashing or trying to interject in some way. But we could just say that like Gabby stops us from like realizing that. Gabby like maybe does some sort of like protective field or like bubble or something around us so that like not only are we not aware of what's going on outside, but like objects thrown can't get through it or whatever.
Well, I love that idea. So yeah, let's look at that. Are you doing that? Are you engaging?
I don't think so. I think I don't. I think I'm like I'm going to remove myself from something that much.
Okay. Are you leaving the room or are you staying?
Yeah, I'm leaving the room.
I think if you get up, you find Grace just like being a creeper, just like standing at a window in the common room, staring at the cabin across the way where the
I'm
Owens
going to
are.
stand with you.
Yeah.
You can't tell, but I'm there.
I love it.
Love it.
Because I've decided that Grace doesn't actually sleep. So as soon as like Andy got up, she was like, well, it won't be weird now if I get up. And she just like went and is being like a creeper and staring at the cabin.
Okay. So you saw then you would have seen the interaction between Charlie and Riley, but probably not been able to hear anything. I don't think you have crazy senses like that. You can if you want. You can roll to this game version of Let It Out, which is Stare into the Abyss. Do you
I
wanna
would
stare into the
absolutely
abyss?
love to stare into the abyss.
Let's all stare into the abyss, friend.
Yay!
Yeah, let's do it.
You just
So that
see
is actually going to be a 9 because this is my good stat.
you just see all three remaining Owens brothers doing CrossFit with their shirts off in the living room of their cabin.
Grace is unmoved.
They're rearranging the furniture.
Okay. So what are you trying to see when you gaze into the abyss? What are you trying to do with this?
So
Yeah, sorry, Tucker, we actually haven't gotten to the plot yet.
I was gonna say, as near as I can tell, you're right.
As near as I can tell, you're correct. We haven't actually gotten to like the main plot yet. I'm really good at managing a session.
Yeah. So, Grace, I think, is very confused about what's going on because she thought she understood when she saw Thomas, because obviously she came in with expectations, like once it saw Thomas, what that all meant about all of the Owens brothers next door and what their deal was and like how clued in they would be.
Mm-hmm.
And then she had the conversation with Finn where he was just like sort of picked up on a little bit and then completely missed apparently everything else. So now she's very confused about what the whole deal is with the Owens brothers next door and how clued in and dangerous they actually are to if she's trying to protect maybe mostly just Marissa. Acceptable losses, shit like that. So she's very much just trying to get as much information as she can by doing the one thing she knows how to do about how to learn about people, which is just creepily stare at them and watch them, and put it in the context of all these other humans I've watched so far and what it means when they do X thing. And try to figure out, like, piece it together and just, like, really just, like, zero in on everything going on in what she can see of the cabin across the way.
Okay. Now, for this, because you are gazing into the abyss, you're doing all of that, but you're also reaching into what makes you hollow. You are reaching into the missing piece inside of you, the place where a soul should be. And you are wrenching dark magic from that space. And what that tells you through your lens, at a 9, that's good. Maybe not enough. You could spend the advantage. Somebody did donate to give us advantage. That would take you to a 10.
I would like to do this thing, please.
All right. Spend the advantage. Now you have taken it to a 10. You are looking at this household, watching, and you're sort of seeing.
So we did lose it for a minute. We
did. We lost the stream.
Oh,
it's fine.
We did. It's
Gonna
back
have to
up.
restart. Okay,
It's
it's
back
back
up.
up. Wonderful.
We're back.
Sorry, friends, we're back. You know he knows what you are. When you're looking back through your memories while you're tapping into yourself, you see the Owens family as a pack of dogs. They're a pack of like hunting dogs, like big, just aggressive beasts. And you're looking and you see that Thomas's nature is different. There's something different about him. Your nature you perceive as a uh, uh, as much as your patchwork nature can be. You are a dire wolf, but you are a mannequin of a dire wolf. Thomas is something else entirely. You think that Thomas might not be telling your secret because he's got one of his own. So what you come away with is this impression that there is more going on in that cabin than you are aware of, supernaturally speaking.
Well, if I learned anything from my time, it is that mutually assured destruction is a valuable thing. So I absolutely need to prioritize finding out what Thomas's secret is, and that's the best way to keep people safe.
Absolutely. So that's kind of how you guys spend your night. Let me see.
So my question is, since she's staring into the abyss, does she notice my presence at all or no?
Oh, in staring into the abyss, okay, I
don't
want
know.
you to roll hot. Roll hot.
Me?
I want you to roll hot. I want to just sort of see if your burning frustration. Nope. She don't.
Nope.
Oh dear.
She doesn't say anything unless you choose to. Your presence is not strong enough for her to see at the moment, unless you choose to call attention to
I
yourself.
don't think so. I'm no.
Okay.
Emotionally volatile.
Absolutely. It is now the next morning. You, like I said, beautiful morning. Birds are chirping. The buds are kind of all pink in the trees. The trees are violently green. That super almost neon green that the mountains can get in the springtime. The yellow of forsythia just everywhere. And in that morning, we realize two things. One, that the first, what we will do is resolve Robin's sex move.
Yeah.
The camera pans into the bedroom with Robin and Andy snuggled together in bed. And Robin, can.
What happens?
Yeah.
So I think Robin wakes up, kind of like takes stock of the situation, sees the things on the floor by the bed, and she's like, I don't think we did that. Sees that it doesn't really look like Marissa's bed was slept in too much. And then looks kind of like down at Andy and goes to wake her up with one of those, like, just as she's sleeping, just runs a nail just like slowly, gently down her forehead onto the tip of her nose until she kind of like wakes up.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where Robin like laughs at first, like she's not quite awake and she's just kind of laughing because it feels kind of funny or tickles or whatever, and she's just like, stop.
And when you speak, she's gonna like tap. Robin taps a little harder on Andy's, like, on her nose, and she's like, wake up, it's morning.
I think at hearing Robin's voice, her eyes like fly open, and she looks very startled. Her eyes go wide. I think maybe she like almost bodily like throws herself away from Robin, maybe off of the bed, and just kind of like
So Robin
stares at
doesn't
her.
let that happen. She anticipated that
Okay.
because that goes into what I'm going to ask. So she's kind of like got the one arm on the edge of the bed, like she's half leaned over, and she just like, when you're awake, she just gives you that big smile, and she goes, "Good morning. So we're not going to make this weird, right? And what is happening is my sex move is I am asking you for a promise. And if you refuse it, I'm going to get more strings on you." So I
Okay.
am in this kind of like, to Robin's mind, it is still very much like she's not here for a long time. So she's like
Mhm.
not going to make a long thing about it. So she's just like very much like, this is probably, in her mind, she's like, this was probably good for Andy. This was a good thing. But we're not going to make it weird, are we?
This was a kindness.
This was an exploration in a safe place, but we're not going to make anything weird of it.
So, follow-up question.
Yep.
How does the promise part work? I guess my question is, if Andy makes the promise, but either doesn't mean it or absolutely fails to uphold it later, what happens?
Then one of my moves comes into effect.
Okay. Because I can, either way, she will make the promise, but I can pretty much guarantee it's going to get weird.
That's fine.
So
that's fine.
Just checking.
If you break a promise to me, that's factored in.
Oh yeah, she's a fae. That
Cool.
That's my whole
yeah, for sure.
See.
I think
it is.
Andy
I'm
starts.
looking at your moves.
Yeah, I think Andy just nods quickly and starts gathering her stuff up from the floor, like her clothes, and starts just kind of quickly getting dressed, and says, "No, no, of course. I mean, this was this was probably a mistake, and
no, it wasn't a
we'll just
mistake.
pretend
It was fun. It's fine.
Mm.
We just don't have to be weird about it.
You're right. We'll just pretend it never happened. It never happened. And then she's gonna basically run out the door.
I mean, that's not what I said, but all right. That's not what I said at all.
So I'm interested to know, because this seems like you're already being super weird about it. Are you actually rejecting the promise here? I don't know that you can actually make that promise. Is my
Well, I guess that's the question, right? Is like, she is promising, she's interpreting, let's not make this weird, as like, this was a one-time thing. Let's not talk about it. We're not going to be in a relationship. Which is like absolutely 100% jiving with what Andy is feeling, which is like, I did this thing. I'm not supposed to do this thing. This was a mistake. I shouldn't have done it. We'll just pretend it never happened.
I will also say that the sex move states that it's if they refuse. So it doesn't specify if they think, because people make promises all the time that they think they can keep.
I dig it. All right.
Yeah. So
you made that promise and
refuse.
Okay.
And then so like Robin was just like, her whole thing was just like, yes, granted, like we're not going to be in a relationship after this, but she also wasn't going to be like, I'm not gonna act like that didn't happen. That doesn't serve me at all. You're not the only person in the sorority I've slept with. So just gonna wrap myself up in the bed sheet and go see what's for breakfast.
All right. The other thing that becomes apparent at this point is that Eden's not back. And over in the Owens household, Tom's is not back either.
And seemingly I'm not either.
And yes, Marissa is also gone.
Marissa had a good night. Eden and Marissa had good nights. We all had good nights. Grace, did you have a good night?
You know how it is. Too drunk, couldn't sleep. Just everything was spinning. Had to stay up.
That's not what that's not what I asked, but okay. I'm gonna make coffee.
Charlie, your brother is not back. And you know that you don't know exactly what's going on with Eden. You don't exactly know what the nature of her. Actually, you know what you do. You actually do know why Eden is the way she is. Eden is a muse. She is, well, really, she's like the granddaughter of a muse. And so she has this very, that's part of why she's so magnetic. And it's also why she tends to be, but also why she's very volatile. Typically, muses would not really be on your family's radar, but they wouldn't not be. And you also know that, but you also know that she could be dangerous to your family in turn. You're not 100% certain if it came straight down to it, who would win that fight if your brother was unarmed. And you did not, you're like 60% certain that he did not have a firearm with him at the time.
Oh,
Oh no.
60%, you say.
60.
You can never be 100% certain with these boys.
I
No,
like
but
that
you can
percentage.
be over 60%.
And so I think, first of all, Charlie really didn't sleep. So I think, like, as he stayed up, kind of kept waiting, even though he had come inside, the anger did start to fade to where he started to consider these other factors that he had not been considering in the moment. And I think by probably around 6:30 or 7, if Riley and Finn weren't already awake, he would go to wake them up and be like, hey, our brother's not back.
What? This is Finn. Finn is drunk. Finn is like still drunk. He just wakes up. Fuck off. And Riley.
I was gonna say Charlie like ignores Riley at that point and like goes
no,
to get.
That's Finn. That's Finn.
No, but he ignores Riley at the moment. He goes to get a glass of water to throw onto Finn.
Finn comes up out of his bed like swinging at you, like you go straight to hell. Just face like up, flailing at you, face down on the floor, legs tangled in his sheets. Just like when he just like lays there for a second, like, I hate this vacation so much. He's just like,
yeah, you're about to hate it more. You're about to hate it a lot more.
Stop ruining my day. It's so early. Slowly pulls the blanket over his head.
Finn, Thomas isn't back.
Who? What? Why is Thomas not back?
I don't know. That's the problem.
Oh, did he fuck one of those monster girls?
You shouldn't.
They're fucking the fucking cabin snipes.
Okay, let's not talk about them that way.
What? Fine. I don't really even know what that means. I just got it from Letterkenny.
We don't have time to unpack all of that. We need to find our brother.
Okay. Riley, if I have to still be drunk and dealing with this shit, you've got to be here too. Riley sort of gets up and is like, Riley is much more sober and is a little bit looking at Finn like, oh, you put a hurting on yourself. And is just like, as he's like, okay, we're gonna make some coffee.
Yeah, Justin fucking
Doesn't
grip
mean
it,
anything's happened.
baby.
Thomas can take care of
Slop
himself.
that
It's a
down,
big
dude.
boy.
Shit, yeah, dude. Crack one
Whatever.
for
is
the
that
big
a
boy.
donation?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a
That is a
donation?
donation of that is a donation from Tucker. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Tucker. Thank you very much.
I'm just gonna
Tucker is
that
now a
was
friend
for
of us all.
$500. I thought it was from $500, and then I was
Holy
like, it can't be
shit.
for $500.
Thank you,
It is for
Tucker.
$500.
Jesus,
So thank
actual
you.
Christ.
For real,
Thank
for real.
you so much.
The
for
children, thank you.
children. The children, thank you. God
I guess
damn,
public
buddy.
shaming works.
Yeah. All
Doing
right.
his mea culpa.
Yeah. Damn. All
Much
right.
appreciated.
Very appreciated. Okay.
I told you he's a good dude.
Yeah.
Thank
We
you.
take back everything we said about you,
Take back
Tucker.
everything we said in those 20
You're-
seconds that we have known your name.
Welcome
You
here
are no longer-
anytime.
You're always welcome. So Riley is like, we're gonna make some coffee, get some food in this guy, and fine. But he's like doing little things around just to irritate his brother in that standard brother fashion where he's like making coffee, but then like holds his cup a little closer to Finn's ear and like rattles a spoon around in it to make him like flinch. And the rest of you guys, the morning kind of goes, he's like, we're not going to go out until we're in like the double digits of morning. We were out late last night. Come on. There is nothing weird about this area. I know we told you about serial killers, Charlie, but we were fucking with you. There's nothing weird going on here at all.
I mean,
And Finn just sort of goes behind his back. We don't
Charlie's
have
like,
to
I'm sure
worry.
there's nothing wrong with the campground, and like leaves it at that, because he's not going to touch what Finn is alluding to yet.
Well, so the morning rolls on. Thomas does not come back. The morning rolls on. Eden also does not come back. And if any of you look around the houses, does anybody go outside?
Charlie would.
I think Robin too. At a certain point, Robin is going to look for, because again, she has that like frenemies feeling with Eden, but part of that also means that she does have to like be concerned.
Mm-hmm.
And she's also like, Marissa was also like these are still like her sorority sisters that still mean something to Robin. Her whole chaos, everything aside, I think when nobody else comes up for breakfast, when she doesn't get any text messages, I think she checks to make sure nobody like fell asleep drunk in a bush. She's making sure nobody took like a romantic nap in like one of the hammocks.
Mm-hmm. Hammocks are all empty.
Yeah.
Hammocks are all empty. Yeah.
I think Grace, when she realizes Marissa is missing, actually is going to march over to the boys' cabin looking for Finn and try to start a fight with him of like, what did you do to my friend?
Fair enough. First, what you see before that happens, you're out there. The grass all around your cabin is stomped down. Someone something was stomping around outside your cabin last night.
Was it Coke Bear?
Yes. Coke Bear?
Just short enough on all fours to not be seen as he passed under the window.
Mhm.
Listen, I
Grace
don't know if you've
watches.
ever done coke before, but he could have just been rolling around.
Might have been. So okay, so yeah, that's what you see. Someone was stalking around your house last night.
Don't love that.
Grace, you're gonna go stomp over there to the Owens house. I think at this time of day is actually Riley's finally like, okay, we'll get along, and Finn's kind of like drinking coffee and just sort of being like, he's gone into the like, all right, I'm less silly now. I'm just kind of mad. Phase of sobering up.
Just to establish this, Andy was also going over to the Owens cabin, but specifically to give Finn his shirt back. So if she gets out front and sees Grace like stomping over there, she's gonna follow after her.
Okay. Riley will. Charlie, do you want to open the door to the girls?
I think Charlie doesn't even maybe have to open the door. I think what I'm sort of envisioning is like he's stepping out onto the porch with the idea of like, again, kind of similarly to what Robin was doing, just double checking and making sure, his brother wasn't here, but closer nearby. And so I think like he opens the door just as the two of them come up the steps to the cabin and they just kind of meet there.
I think Grace doesn't even pause. She actually just sort of pushes Charlie out of her way and walks into the door and goes, "Where is she? What did you do?"
Andy will be trailing after her like, Grace, you can't just burst into people's houses.
I'm going
Grace.
in and I'm walking through the door. So, through the wall. So it doesn't even matter, but I'm with her.
So we don't see you though. You're still invisible.
I'm still invisible.
I would say, I haven't tried calling anybody yet, which is
No
like
one
my
has
next
told me
docket.
they cared about me yet.
Yeah.
When I
We were
call
busy.
you. Causing problems on purpose.
What are you? So Finn is. Are you're addressing Finn directly, not the other brothers?
Specifically Finn, since he was the one who like approached us at the bar last night with like.
No, Thomas was the one who.
That was Thomas. Yeah.
No, Finn
Thomas.
then came up to me and was like, "Your friend is lying to you."
That's true.
Oh, okay.
That's true. Finn did do that. So he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why are you here?
I'm here because my friend is missing and you were talking shit last night.
Does this count?
So what did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Missing?
I didn't do anything.
I mean,
Who's
a couple
missing?
of people, honestly.
What do you mean?
But I'm asking about Marissa, since that's the person your brother was being threatening about last night.
I wasn't being fucking threatening.
What the fuck did you say, Finn?
I didn't say a goddamn thing. I
You
didn't
said
say
something.
a goddamn thing. I didn't say a goddamn thing. Look, I don't know where your friend is. I don't care where your friend is. Our brother is missing. What did your friend fucking do?
Marissa wouldn't have done anything to Thomas.
You don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know a goddamn thing.
I know more than you.
Look, what, everybody, can we just all calm down? It sounds like everybody's got folks missing and we should look into it. Now, I'm sure Finn didn't do anything. He seems like a very nice man.
Riley just is back there like, shrug. He's like, I second this motion. Look. Last night was a party. We all partied. It was great. Maybe some shit happened that's regrettable. We don't have to. It doesn't have to be a thing. It doesn't have to be a thing. We can just go find our friends and family and move the fuck on. And you two can deal. He points at Grace and Finn. Can deal with whatever the fuck this is. Not inside our cabin.
Look, Finn couldn't have done anything to your friend last night. I was up all night. Nobody left the cabin.
I didn't leave the fucking cabin.
He was passed out drunk.
I was passed out drunk. Man, I say
He was
like
utterly
that.
Useless, okay?
I was utterly useless. Fuck you. Man, I get no goddamn respect.
I'm just speaking truths.
He
I
like
have a
curls
question.
around his coffee cup like so bitchin'.
Sorry. Sorry.
Hello.
Lisa wanted to say good morning.
So I have a question that could, cause problems on purpose.
Mhm.
Please.
So we've just established not in the cabin, but Marissa did float in. Does this obvious display of aggressive what have you done with my missing friend?
No, this fine. I'm observing.
You're observing? So she needs to be both cared about. Let me actually see. I'm looking at the Fae sheet. Where's the ghost sheet? Someone acknowledges her presence.
Okay.
So
'Cause I was
she's
gonna say-
demonstrating. So she's not making her presence known.
No, I'm
enough.
not.
Okay.
That's
what I was checking, because I was like, what kind of problems would we cause for the Owens if she appeared right there when he was like, she's not in
That'd
this
be
cabin?
hilarious.
Oh, so many problems. This would cause so many problems.
Just walks out of the kitchen like, I've been here all night.
Yeah. Acknowledges your presence and demonstrates how much they want you around.
Okay.
So it's like,
Okay.
yeah, it's more complex.
Okay.
So you
Just
guys.
checking.
So Riley is basically at this point being like, it is now like sort of sidles over to Charlie. It's like, okay, let's go look for Thomas and your girl. And he starts kind of like trying to herd Finn and the rest of you out. Like, we're gonna go look for them. We'll all go look for them. Do you know how to do stuff in woods? I know how to do stuff in woods. We will look together. Get out of my house.
I would really like a clip of Jella just going, do you know how to do things in the woods?
Get out. Shoo. Do you shoo? Are you ushered out, or are you planting yourself firmly in place? Because if you,
I was just going to say, I think before we leave, Andy's just going to try to find a moment to give Finn his shirt back. But aside
he's
from
gonna,
that,
okay, he'll take the shirt.
Yeah, says I hope you don't mind that I wore it. I mean, I washed it and everything, but well, I'm real sorry about.
Thanks.
Real sorry about everybody. I mean, you seem like a real nice guy. And she'll put a hand out to kind of like touch his arm gently.
Are you trying to make a move?
Yeah, for sure. I think I'm trying to turn him on.
Cool.
Trying to reestablish
Heterosexuality. It's the next. That is an 8.
It's an 8. Okay. So for that 8,
Give me a string or choose a reaction.
he's going to promise something he thinks you want. He is okay. I will.
It's already back, but
Oh, good. He looks at the shirt, looks at you, says, "I just wanted to have a good time. You and your friends should also just like have a good time away from our stupid bullshit. There's a lot more drama here, I think, than you're aware of, and whatever. Let's just go find our friends." So he's giving you what he thinks you want, which is space. Like, but
interesting.
The connection is made. He appreciates it, and he's definitely being warmer to you than he is others. You guys go looking. You're looking around. You're sort of calling out for people. You sort of have to walk off again down some deer trails. You see a couple other hikers, ask them what's going on, and you don't find anything. After a while, 2 seconds, buddy. 2 seconds. I'm almost done, okay? Yes, Theo? Okay, go find grandma or grandpa, okay? I will be right there. Go find grandma and grandpa, or go. Okay. Give me 2 seconds. We're almost done.
Parenthood.
Oh, okay. So he
Not
Decided.
one of
okay.
OBS has decided you do not get 2 seconds. No, we're back. Go finish
Okay.
it out.
Okay. We're finishing up.
Oh my
You
God.
get to this clearing in the woods. You see in the center of this clearing, you see Eden's shoes. You see the feathers that were in her hair. You see some beads from her dress. And you see Thomas's hoodie on the ground, and you see Thomas himself just sort of lying there with his shirt off, sort of in the center, sort of covered in leaves, covered in stuff, but no trace of Eden. And when your first look is just this, and I assume Charlie, what are your first thoughts, Charlie?
I think Charlie has like very mixed reactions because I think that he is still struggling with those warring emotions of like, on the one hand, I can't believe my brother did this and I'm still angry. And also, I've been worried that my brother is in danger. And so I think based on both of that, like he would move forward to like check and make sure that Thomas was okay and not injured. But he's also suspicious as to what just happened here.
So you go to step forward, and Finn, anyone else who goes to step forward as well, one of the other two Owens brothers stops you, like physically grabs you. And not in a like aggressive way, just in like, no, don't. And then they point this on all of the trees surrounding this circle are burned these sigils in a huge magic circle that those of you who have senses that are attuned to this, you can feel them humming with old spent energy. And that is where we are going to end this first session.
Oh shit. Oh man.
Stalker in the Woods. Thank you all very much for sticking with us, for listening to our sexy co-eds do drama to one another story. And we will be back at some point. We will play this game again. Again, check out our socials and stick around on our channel because in about 15 minutes, we will have another game coming up, Fantasy Wrestle Ruckus, the premiere of this game, developed by our very own Axel Giegerich. So thank you all very much for being here. Thank you so much for donating. We are live from the apocalypse, and we have been thrilled to have you.
Yeah.
We sure are. We're going to disappear and we're going to leave any of our Lobstar Cult teammates are currently streaming anything, so we'll find someone else.
I will be.
Oh, you will be. Well, yeah, we can't rate you though. You're
I
not
think
live
most of
yet,
the people
Tracy.
are either in the game that's about to start
Yes.
or in this game that
Or
is
in
about
this
to end.
one. Yeah, no, I don't.
Exactly. But there is another group on Twitch that is streaming Call of Cthulhu, raising money for Extra Life. So we'll hop over there and say hi to them as well. We're going to disappear in just a second. Don't go anywhere. Stick around for the raid. Say hi when we get there, and talk to y'all later.